Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I thought I would wait a bit before starting it, but welcome. Just doing some stuff in YouTube Studio. Or in the studio stuff. Pew. There we go. So I'm just gonna have chat open, and let me make sure that we get the display captured. So the videos that I'm gonna be watching today, I heard a bit of Sea of Thieves drama, and I know this is gonna be interesting because for those who do not know, yeah, I used to play Sea of Thieves. People who know me will probably know that. I guess the public didn't know that because I'm not a public person. So, at least I'm not a public person at the moment. Even though I have a digital footprint, but that's besides the point. Everyone's got a digital footprint, I think. Let me turn down my mic, make sure that I'm not in the yellow. Alright. So, let me put the videos there. So you can see the first video we are reacting to. This is how I found out about it. I thought I would do this in the way that I found this while I played the game. So I would start with this, and then so yeah, it's been about 9 days since the upload. I thought it's been enough time. I personally don't feel comfortable reacting to a video if I think it's been too recent. So like, I usually would want to wait a day or two at least. But I'm gonna react to this video. This is how I found out about it. So we got two videos. It's gonna be a bit of a long session, I think. And I got some cars to bring down to the sawmill. So let's without further ado, let me stop yapping and let's get into it.
Imagine for a second, you're one of the most popular Sea of Thieves channels on YouTube, with over 67,000 subscribers and millions of views. For the past 4 years, you've been grinding out content, cultivating an audience of fans who like your rebellious nature and high-skill gameplay. You might get a little combative in voice chat. You might even trash talk your enemies a little bit, but it's all in good spirits. Yeah. Never intended to mock or belittle anyone in real life. Most of your content is just you goofing around doing all kinds of random stuff, and you've given back to the community by fighting cheaters and bringing in thousands of players to a relatively smaller game with your funny videos. Then one day, you wake up to your YouTube channel being on the verge of deletion after a series of copyright strikes. No warnings, no prior communication. Everything you worked so hard to build over the past couple of years is now gone. This is exactly what happened to Theb on June 28th when his YouTube channel was killed by Rare, the company behind Sea of Thieves.
This is what I am concerned about, right? This is why I'm content. This is what holds me. This is what concerns me, right? Rare is copyright striking videos of their game because it's someone they don't like. They're using the DMCA system to take down a content creator's videos because they don't like them. I don't care about what's gone on before. Like, let's be honest here. This video gets into some stuff that this guy did. The B. It gets into stuff that Theb has done. But it's like, you compare that to what Rare is doing, and it's like, there's a not measured there's like a lack of measured response here. It's like, this guy isn't selling cheats, right? Like, the cheats this guy sold, like, they accuse him of selling cheats in this video. Like, apparently it's like Minecraft cheats.
They've copy striked 12 of my most recent videos in 3 different strikes. One strike has 2 videos, and the other 2 have 5 of them, which is conveniently just enough strikes to terminate my YouTube channel.
But why did Rare copyright strike Theb's channel?
Yeah.
The official reason is that he was unlawfully using Rare's intellectual property to make money on YouTube, despite not having a license to do so, as his Sea of Thieves account had been banned before. Personally, I believe the story goes much deeper than that. In fact, there are several fan theories floating around within the Sea of Thieves community as to why Theb was actually banned. Some say it's because Theb represents a type of player that Rare doesn't want in their community anymore. In the last couple of years, Rare has shifted their focus to the Pirate Emporium, which is the shop in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, the problem is Rare is really honing in on the casual stuff. They're not really honing in on the... Sorry, I thought someone got home. So... But yeah, no. Rare's honing in on a lot of that casual audience, and they're not getting a lot of the hardcore audience still. But, the problem is, like, the players who are good at Sea of Thieves are really good at making sure no one wants to play. Like, there are some super toxic players. Like, Rare has encouraged a lot of toxicity on launch because it's a PvP game. It's a fucking PvP game. So it's like, yeah, of course people are going to be toxic. It's a PvP game. Obviously, people take it too far. That's not what I'm defending, right? You're not going to be defending people who, like, you know, harass, stream snipe. You know, we don't defend that. Like, I don't like stream sniping. That being said, there's a streamer mode, last I checked, in Sea of Thieves. So, streamer mode, hello?
They're targeting a more casual player base that spends real-life money on cosmetics instead of earning these cosmetics through in-game progression. Someone like Theb roaming the high seas, sinking everyone's ship with his superior skills is bad for business, especially when he has such a large audience. Now, I understand why they have the Emporium. It is a live service game that gets updates a lot, so it does make sense that they have shifted their focus into making money for the company. Another theory is that Theb is the victim of a wider ban wave that took place in 2020, targeting anyone who is suspected of harassing Rare's partner streamers. As you'll see, there's some validity to this theory, considering Theb has stream sniped before. But it was back in 2020 when he was just 15 years old. And the term stream sniping is used loosely here because he was Q sniping. He wasn't actively using the stream when he was playing the game, according to Theb. He only...
Yeah, that's a heavy accusation. You know, to say he was stream sniping could be bad. Q sniping, maybe. It could be a coincidental Q. Like, you accidentally... Sometimes people queue up, and they're in the same servers. Like, I was playing Payday 3, and fucking Nighthawk joined me. I didn't even realize Nighthawk was playing, but he joins me, and it's like, oh shit, Nighthawk, hi. And for those who don't know, I actually know Nighthawk. I'm in a few Discords. I'm gonna say that much. I'm in a few Discords with him. But I also know he's like he's an overkill moderator. I know he moderates for fucking for Starbreeze. You know, he does work. He's a guy who does shit for them. So, you know, I know that. And so I said hello, because I know this guy. So I'm like, oh shit. But I don't go out of my way to go, oh my god, it's Nighthawk. I'm going to go find him. And I don't think Nighthawk goes out of his way to find me. Oh, Nico's barking. My dog is, you can hear him.
Used it to get into the same queue of arena with these other streamers. But it was back in 2020 when he was just 15 years old. And Theb has changed a lot since then, which is evident from his videos that we can't watch anymore because YouTube deleted his channel. Although I do think there is an archive channel out there somewhere that is uploading his videos again. No matter the actual reason behind Theb's ban, you can't deny that it sets a very dangerous precedent if gaming companies can copyright strike content on YouTube.
Hold on, I'm gonna check on this dog. Let me stop my train. I'm gonna check on this dog. Give me a second. Alright, I am back. You might hear some noise, but that's because we have cleaners over. I forgot it was Monday. I wasn't informed that they were coming over, but whatever. You know what? I'm just gonna be right back. I gotta grab my cat. Because she usually walks into my room anyway, so I'm just gonna get her out of the way. I'm back again. There we go. Turn down that. Turn up that a little bit. Turn that down. Okay. Yep. Anyway, back to the video.
YouTube or Twitch just for featuring, and then there is an archive channel out there somewhere that is uploading his videos again. No matter the actual reason behind Theb's ban, you can't deny that it sets a very dangerous precedent if gaming companies can copyright strike content on YouTube or Twitch just for featuring opinions or playstyles that they disagree with. None.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is if you can ban for that, then what else can you ban for? You know? What else can you do? Like, imagine the audacity if Rare started copyright striking, you know, people who were playing Sea of Thieves in like back when it was, you know, first started. I think it was like 2017, 2018. Let me check. Yeah, 2018. Okay.
None of us are safe. It gets even worse if they selectively enforce anti-harassment guidelines based on who you're playing against. Spawn camp a paying customer 50 times in a row? No problem. Say a mean word to a partner streamer? That's it. Pack your bags. Call me old, but I've never really been a big fan of how games these days are all digital and always online and getting turned into services rather than a fully fleshed out product on release. It allows game companies to...
I mean, I like online games, but I think it's a matter of how you do the online. Like, a game like Payday or Helldivers, there's only so many games like that that can exist, I think. But, when it concerns, you know, like, I've seen this so many times, like, the fucking battle passes. Like, Fallout 76 has this with, like, the score pass. The score system. You know, the score system's not the worst. Like, what was there before could have been arguably better, but, like, it's not the worst. Like, you're actually, like, buying shit that you want. You're actually getting things that might actually be useful, that you might actually want. But, you know, even then, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things to say, but I think what's notable is that Sea of Thieves did not have a battle pass until Fortnite did. It was only after games like Fortnite added battle passes that Sea of Thieves did.
Get away with abusing our consumer rights in a way that wouldn't have been possible just 10 years ago. This is more than 10 years ago, but when a game released on the Nintendo 64, when I was a child, that was it. There was no updates. The game was done, it was on a cartridge, and that was it. It was either amazing or it was ass, and there was no fixing it. Remember?
Yeah, that's like, being able to update games in real time is a very new thing for the industry. But the problem is this is a live service game. A game dev who just puts out a game on Steam, who doesn't promise updates, they don't have to promise updates. You know, but like, let me give you the example. Half-Life 1 still got updates, even as far as a few years ago, to fix things. So I think that's worth noting. But I feel like that's an exception to the rule rather than, you know, more of anything, because, you know, you have to take into account if the company is still around.
When you buy a game like Overwatch or Sea of Thieves, you don't own anything. You're merely licensing a service, and that license can be revoked at any time for any reason. And in Theb's case, while there are valid arguments to be made against him for stuff he did do in the past, this current copyright fiasco looks like a bit of a personal vendetta from someone at Rare who doesn't really want Theb representing the Sea of Thieves community. In this video, I'll take a deeper dive into Rare's history with Theb and expose the hypocrisy with examples of how they go after harmless content creators while letting blatant cheaters and abusers run free. Let's be honest, Sea of Thieves isn't exactly in a good spot right now. Sometimes it feels like this game has more cheaters than a Call of Duty lobby, with just as many angry 12-year-olds hurling slurs at your mom. Combined with the omnipresent hit reg issues that haven't been fixed in the last 6 years, playing this game can be a very frustrating experience to say the least. Before I unpack the can of worms that is Rare's mismanagement of the game, I need to talk about Theb's history with this company, because his recent ban was the result of something he did nearly 4 years ago. Back then, Theb was your typical edgy 15-year-old who uploaded memes and trickshot videos. Now, I don't...
A 15-year-old. Oh my god, now it makes so much sense why he would stream snipe. He was a 15-year-old, dude. Adults going after a 15... Oh my god. They were bullying a kid, dude. They were bullying a fucking kid. You had Rare partners bullying a fucking kid. You can't make this up, Nico. Nico's my dog. He's under my desk right now. He's like looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Oh my god, they were unironically bullying a kid. The official developers could be argued as to they were bullying a kid. Like, it don't matter. It don't matter the context. What matters is the fact that they accuse this guy of stream sniping. And they have partners on record reporting people en masse for allegedly stream sniping without evidence. Without any evidence that they're stream sniping. Oh, someone shows up in a lobby that you might or might not have seen the similar username of. Or you might have seen their username and they just naturally showed up in your lobby. Oh, that's a ban. Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
I don't know about you, but I've never seen a 15-year-old gamer who's both really good at a game that's competitive online and is also a 100% polite, wholesome chungus. Your typical teenage sweat lord tends to be a lot more annoying.
I was an annoying minor, dude. I was an annoying kid online. I was that guy. I was that annoying kid online, okay? So, I should know a thing or two. But, no, yeah, it's like, it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane, man.
Than Theb, let's be honest, who's relatively tame, as, well, I've never seen him be accused of hurling racial slurs or threatening to go after anyone in real life or dox them. Despite this, he was banned from Sea of Thieves in August of 2020. But why? It was actually because of a silly argument Theb had with a streamer. He then proceeded to Q-snipe this person and killed them repeatedly in arena mode while using an alt account. Normally, this would have resulted in no action from Rare, or a yellow beard warning at most. However, Theb's alt account was called Rocco22 Get Banned. This is relevant as back then there was some intense drama between Pace22 and Rocco, one of Rare's partnered streamers whose on-stream character was a puppet of a cat.
I hate this.
That's weird. Whenever Pace22 sinks someone, he has a...
I listen. Respect to Rocco, but it's just like, oh my god. Listen, there's a clip in the next video that's gonna make it really obvious that I'm not gonna like Rocco, I think.
a pop-up on screen saying Pace22 gets sunk. This seems pretty harmless, but some of his viewers started using names like Pace22 get wrecked or Pace22 get fucked, etc. Eventually, someone came up with the bright idea to replace get sunk with get ripped, and spawned several copycats who'd use this catchphrase right after killing someone. It just so happened that the streamer couple behind the Rocco puppet was targeted by a group of players from the Pace22 crew during an exhibition match who made misogynistic and sexually violent comments. Rocco's creators filled a harassment claim with Rare, but Pace22 denied any responsibility for members of his community acting in a vulgar manner against another streamer. Things only got worse once the two of them interacted within the official partner Discord and a Rare community manager stepped in. But instead of resolving their differences, the manager told them to take it to the DMs. Good job, Rare. This is...
Wait. Let me get this right? They went to the partner Discord. Like, I was watching this video. They went into the partner Discord and were arguing, and a community manager's like, guys, you gotta sort this out in private. It's like, no, bitch, this happened on your game. These are your partners. These are like actual streamers you've partnered with. Fix your fucking, don't be a lazy bitch. You're a community manager, don't be a lazy bitch.
definitely how you solve a conflict between two of your most high-profile creators. That's just sweeping under the rug, right? Then when the drama got even more heated, Rare did the one thing they could: ban literally anyone and everyone associated with the PACE 22 community, irrespective of whether or not they were involved with the Rocco harassment scandal. On one occasion, some Rare employees snuck into a private Discord server where the PACE 22 get raped phrase was being used as a joke between friends in reaction to people sinking each other. And then they banned literally everyone who had used or associated themselves with someone using that phrase. Context didn't matter. Even if you said the phrase as a reaction to someone else, you got banned. A lot of players in the TDM community didn't like these bans, and it fueled their dislike for Rocco even further. In this clip, you can see players ganging up on Rocco and confronting them about the bans, asking why Rocco is mad at them. Rare banned every single person in this clip. I'm not gonna pretend either that every single one of Rocco's harassers was...
This is the same Rareware that wants to pretend that, you know, it still cares about Banjo-Kazooie. Oh my god, we so care about Banjo-Kazooie, guys. It's so important to our fucking history. I have a friend who really fucking loved Banjo-Kazooie, if you couldn't tell, who thought it was really fucking awesome and was so upset with Microsoft because of Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts. And I don't blame them. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts is a fucking tragedy. I don't even have to play it to tell you that it's a tragedy. I think that's amazing. You're just able to find a bad game by looking at it. It's okay, Nico. But, it's insane. It's just insane. My hopefully I'm not destroying the audio levels when I'm doing that.
Was unjustly banned. There's a Kotaku article that details the trouble Rocco's creators had to go through. In it, the couple claims that they were doxxed, with their work address and phone number being leaked to a group of unhinged people who called and threatened to get revenge for the bans. Soon after, Rocco and a number of LGBTQ streamers like Jason Sully, Carrillo, and Gullible Gambit all quit Sea of Thieves partner program to protest the constant harassment they were facing inside the game. After this,
maybe there wouldn't be constant harassment if you didn't act like you were secretly better than all the other players.
incident, Rare became even more strict with their anti-harassment policies and began banning anyone and everyone who so much as referenced the Rocco versus PACE 22 incident, even if they were doing it as a joke. So what does all this have to do with Theb? On August 14th of 2020, Theb got in an argument with a streamer in their chat and decided to Q-snipe them and mock them every time they died in Arena. While stream sniping is a bannable offense, it's never enforced unless the streamer is an official partner or someone from Rare is watching. And it must have been Theb's unlucky day, because not only did he get caught stream sniping or Q-sniping, but his alt was using a forbidden name, Rocco22 Get Banned. A reference to the whole Rocco versus PACE 22 drama that unfolded just 2 months ago. When he filed a support ticket, Theb received a reply stating 3 main reasons why he was being banned. First, he was advertising cheat programs. Second, he was stream sniping. And finally, he was accused of showing quote-unquote
non-existent chat. I'm gonna channel my inner Diorio here. Guys, look. He was advertising cheat programs, stream sniping, and showing extremely toxic behavior. Don't worry, we're gonna come back to all of this. So just remember, cheat programs, stream sniping, and extremely toxic behavior. 3 points.
Extremely toxic behavior. Let's break these down and see if they hold any validity. First off, the claim of advertising cheat programs. So back then, Theb was constantly being accused of cheating in PvP because that's what bad players do after getting absolutely demolished in an online game, right? So as a joke, he put the link for a Minecraft cheat program, Worst Client, in his bio and titled it Sea of Thieves Aimbot to troll people. In retrospect, this probably wasn't a very good idea as Rare thought he was advertising cheats for their game. The next point...
That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea.
...is stream sniping. Alright, literally nothing to argue about here.
That's fine.
It's wrong, you shouldn't do it. And even Theb admitted this was true. According to the current Sea of Thieves Code of Conduct, this is a punishable offense. I'd assume it was also punishable back then in 2020 when Theb did it. Finally, the accusation of extremely toxic behavior. This one is open to interpretation as there is no objective standard for toxic behavior in an online game, unless we're talking about a racist slur or, threats of violence. Is spawn camping toxic? Is the crud launch? Is the ladder launch? Those aren't bannable offenses anymore. Would it be considered toxic to mock someone after killing them with your superior skills? What about your mama jokes? Every 12-year-old uses those. In his response video released on June 29th of this year, Theb talked about this. He claimed that he had never used any racial slurs or threatened violence, so all reports of toxicity would have been from sinking people or spawn camping them. Which, in their defense, is annoying if you're on the receiving end, but remember, that's not against the rules of the game. If you spawn camp, it is what it is.
I don't like spawn camping. I've been spawn camped before. Right? I've been spawn camped before, but honestly, you can't do shit about it. You just can't. It's like, what are you gonna do? Apparently report people for harassment. Apparently report people for that. According to Rare.
Try securing a sync solo without doing that. But I don't think that deserves a ban. Maybe Theb's crime was spawn camping, one of Rare's favorite...
Yeah, trash talk is very, very normal in Sea of Thieves.
...streamers, because we all know who you do it to matters a lot more than what you did, especially when your community is managed by power-tripping egomaniacs. So in summary, out of...
Uh-oh, that's an accusation. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that, but I think that's a little more true now than we realize. I think that's a little more true now than this video lets on.
The 3 points cited by Rare in their response, the first one is
I'll get
untrue,
into the next video.
because they didn't actually bother to click on the link.
Just for the record, I can look at Theb's response.
I recently received a ban on Twitch because a representative from Rare sent a DMCA claim to my Twitch account for simply streaming their game while being previously banned. On the night of the ban, I had been streaming with Crud for 4 hours or so, and then I got banned from the game. This was far from the first time that this has happened.
What?
I'd always suspected that someone from Rare was watching my stream and finding my account in their servers to ban me while I was live, as it had been happening on and off for the last year or so.
They fucking hate this guy. They're following him. They're chasing him down. Listen. I don't like when players harass developers. Like, I can't say I like that when players harass developers, quote unquote. And I say quote unquote because it's just what I've heard, what the developers say, so I'm going off their word. Take it with that much. But, I don't know. It just seems... It seems like there's a little more going on here than lets on. When it comes to that. But yeah, I think it's fucking hilarious how they have someone at Rare just fucking stalking Theb. This guy Theb. Because Theb is someone that they don't like. Even though Theb is going after cheaters in the game, and instead of going after those cheaters, you go after Theb. Oh, you can't go after the cheaters. What are the cheaters gonna do, Nico? What are the cheaters gonna do, Rare? Nico, what are the cheaters gonna do? Okay. You're a good dog. I'm not yelling at you. He thinks I'm yelling at him, I assume. Because he hears his name and he thinks I'm yelling at him, but I'm not yelling at him. He's a happy boy. Either that or it's the noise from all the cleaning, but I don't really know because I have my earphones on. I have my headphones on, not my earphones.
So, after the first ban, I evaded and swapped to a new Sea of Thieves account before joining one of my other friends, as I suspected that being in Crud's crew had something to do with how fast the bans were happening. I was in my other friend's crew for less than a minute before I was banned again. After that, I evaded again, this time playing solo just to test how long it took the Rare employee to find me, and the count lasted only 4.5 minutes. At that point, I swapped to the joke game a friend and I had made as a parody of Sea of Thieves, Pirate Fighting Simulator, and joked about how I'll just play this game instead because it was a better game anyway. After playing that for around an hour, I went to bed, changing my stream scene to an AFK drop farm. I admit that I was in the wrong for doing the drop farm stream. I had seen other streams in the Sea of Thieves category doing it way more blatantly and decided that I would be fine to do it as well, especially if I was actually playing for most of it. A few hours later, I woke up to a DM saying that my Twitch stream had ended and my channel went missing. Obviously worried, I checked my email and found a copyright takedown notice on Twitch. It was from Rare. After banning me in-game 3 times and seeing me just joke about it and swap to PFS, I can only assume that this Rare representative had gotten mad that their ban efforts on me had done nothing to stop me from staying in the Sea of Thieves category on Twitch, and decided to escalate the situation by sending a DMCA
making
claim.
money off our
The reasoning-
IP. He's making money off of... What's the Pirate Emporium? Oh, you're making money off of your IP. So it's okay when your partners do drop streams. It's okay to have drop streams in general. But it's a problem when it's someone you hate. So shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. Back the fuck up. If you cared about enforcing your rules, you would enforce them fairly.
Everything they used in this claim seemed very unprofessionally written, like it had been sent by a heated individual, rather than being authorized by a company as big as Rare. Looking at the...
That definitely seems like a heated individual. There is no way that wasn't written in anger.
form for a DMCA claim on Twitch. It doesn't mention anywhere that the recipient would see what they wrote, so I don't think they expected me to see this. The way they wrote this claim paints me as this evil person that has been banned hundreds of times from their game, and 3 times in a single day. Which sounds absurd without knowing that each ban is simply for evading the last one. All of this is happening because of a red beard that happened 4 years ago. This is the screen that I've been seeing for the past 4 years. I was originally banned from Sea of Thieves in August of 2020. I was 15 years old at the time. The previous night, I had stream sniped someone in Arena on an alt account after a petty argument in their Twitch chat. The account was named Rocco22GetBanned, which was relevant to other streamer drama at the time. I highly suggest that you watch a video Breeze made discussing all of the early banning drama in Sea of Thieves.
We already watched a summary of the drama, so I'm just gonna keep going with the Thebs stuff.
As it will provide context of how ban happy Rare was at the time. I'll leave a link for that in the description. All I could see on the website was that my account had been banned for quote-unquote extreme toxicity. In my first support ticket, I tried to deny that I had done anything wrong, then added another comment saying that a permanent ban was way too harsh for whatever they think that I've done. This obviously didn't help my case at all. I was very emotional at the time after losing my account that I had played on nearly daily for the past 2 years, which is very clear in this and any other of my future messages. When they replied, I was told a more specific reason for my ban. I was told that I was banned for advertising cheat programs, stream sniping, and showing extremely toxic behavior, and that there was nothing they could do to help me with my ban. To explain the advertising cheat programs, at the time I was being accusated fairly often in arena games, so I thought it would be funny to bait people even harder by putting a fake Sea of Thieves cheats link in my bio, that would instead direct them to a Minecraft cheat client if they were curious enough to click it. Rare took this the wrong way and assumed it was real, which I can understand. The stream sniping part of the ban was definitely legitimate. I had little understanding at the time of how serious stream sniping was in gaming. If I found a streamer in game, I would bring up their stream just to hear them rage while being killed. I didn't think that I was gaining any advantage by doing this because of stream delay, and thought that it didn't matter if I already greatly outskilled the streamer, as I was going to win the fight anyway. Since becoming a streamer myself and dealing with the same issue, I now understand how irritating and unfair it can be, and I apologize to anyone who had to deal with this from me.
Okay.
For the extremely toxic behavior, I would have to assume that it would have mostly come from spawn camping, sinking people, or the streamer encounters. I definitely did shit talk on occasion, but nothing deserving of a permanent ban or the label extreme toxicity. I never threatened to harm anyone in real life, said slurs, or anything like that. I was very angry upon reading this response. What I thought was a harmless joke to mess with people in my Xbox bio was seemingly the leading cause of my instant redbeard. I was too full of rage to think about what was best for getting my account back, and instead berated the support agents for not looking into my situation before slapping me with a permanent ban. They then closed the ticket. Unhappy with the result, I opened another ticket the next day, where they told me that I had been banned for instances of toxicity on this and several other accounts, including over 51 reports of toxicity and abuse on this account alone, even though from memory the Rocco22 Get Banned account was the only alt that I had at the time. I also find it strange how they mentioned the amount of reports that I had. Any decent player in Sea of Thieves gets reported, whether it be from people thinking that you're cheating or thinking that you're toxic for simply killing them. But the weirdest part—
I wouldn't be surprised if I was reported back when I used to play Sea of Thieves, because I don't have Sea of Thieves on Steam. I have it on I have it on Microsoft. I have it on the Xbox. I have it on my Microsoft account. So I'm wondering how many times I got reported for that. You know?
part of this final response is that I had no idea that I had any of these 51 reports. They kept all of this from me until it was enough to just permanently ban me with no warning.
Yep.
This is the part that I find the most unfair about this ban. It may seem obvious in hindsight, but had I been told that what I was doing was this serious—
This is a kid, by the way. They didn't even bother to tell the kid, like, they didn't even bother to say, stream sniping is a thing. Like, you are going out of your way to attack these people. Like, you could have called it stream sniping. They could have said you were stream sniping.
Serious and may result in my permanent removal from the game. My actions definitely would have changed sooner. Keep in mind that at the time, I was a stupid teenager surrounded by others doing the exact same thing with no repercussions, so I didn't have any reason to think that I was going to be banned. After accepting that my main account wasn't going to be unbanned, I evaded the ban and started playing on a new account so that I could keep playing with my friends. Even after just playing the game without doing anything else wrong, I kept receiving bans for simply ban evading. The way they handle ban evaders encourages them to do whatever they want, as they get banned regardless of whether they actually break any rules again or not. That is definitely a factor in the amount of cheaters that we see nowadays.
This is why I also don't play it. Like, no, I wasn't banned. No, I shouldn't say it that way. That's not the it sounded like I was implying that for a second, but no. But, yeah, no, like, cheaters suck, man. Like, I was playing Payday 3, saw a fucking guy with an Almir mask sitting in the fucking, sitting middle, doing nothing, getting sniper kills, doing callouts in, like, random spots. It was not lag. Very obvious that it wasn't lag. It was very obvious that this guy was, like, just shooting and getting kills, so it was, like, some sort of, like, wall hack, I assume. Wall hack aimbot. Guy sets up 2 turrets right next to each other, facing the wall, wearing a fucking Almir mask, and everyone, and the other 2 people are like, what are you talking about, dude? This guy's not cheating. While we're not getting any fucking, next to no fucking spawns because this guy is literally killing all of them. Like, oh my god, man.
Not that I'm in any way defending the use of cheats. Since I was getting banned no matter what I did, I started using the 125 exploit when the game came out on Steam. Although it's quite a controversial topic in the Sea of Thieves community, I did not personally see any advantage to it, and simply used it because of how much smoother the game felt to play with it. I stopped sometime in 2022 when I was starting to get a larger audience on YouTube, so I tried cleaning up my image for the general Sea of Thieves audience. Towards the end of 2022, I tried to reach out to Rare multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, my problem is you're banning people for ban evading when they haven't committed an offense during that ban evasion. Like, if you're gonna ban people for evading, get them on an offense so you can say, this is why we banned you, bitch. And if they come back, do it again. Like, 3 strikes, you're out. IP ban them. Hardware ban them. Like, that's a thing, retard. I'm sorry that I'm calling the developers retarded, but it's just like, you're fucking game devs. You should know this shit. You have Microsoft money.
Times to try and figure out an agreement, as I did not see the point of them using their time and effort to continuously target me when the only part of their terms of service I broke was ban evasion. And if I stopped getting banned, there wasn't anything else that I was
would
actually
not be
doing
this
wrong.
mean if I
sent out a
actually had
support
them
ticket on one
right
of my
next
alt
to me
accounts,
saying this, but
in
it's
which I was
just like,
simply told by
oh
one of the support
my
agents that they couldn't help me, and that my account was not going to be unbanned, which isn't even what I asked for. A couple weeks after that, I tried contacting one of the senior community managers on Twitter, which went completely ignored. A couple months later, in April of 2023, I tried yet again to try and sort something out with Rare, this time getting a partnered Sea of Thieves streamer to try and take it to Rare directly, but yet again, I was told there simply wasn't anything that they were willing to do. A month later, I posted a link from the Insider program for Sea of Thieves, showing that they were going to remove Quickswap, which used to be a very overpowered exploit where you could shoot 2 guns as fast as you could press the keys to swap between.
Yeah, that was broken. Fuck Quickswap, by the way. Fuck Quickswap. I got Quickswapped before, I think. Fuck Quickswap. Quickswap is fucking gay. It is fucking gay.
Between them, making it possible to instantly kill players at range. It had been nerfed years ago at this point, where an animation cancel was able to be done to let you shoot the guns 1 second apart by simply sprinting between the shots. The mainstream Sea of Thieves community still complained about losing to people with 2 guns so much that Rare eventually decided to nerf it even further, which I found incredibly unfair to those who had spent the time to perfect it. After trying for literal months to get in contact with Rare and getting nothing.
I'm sorry. I don't care. Quickswapping is retarded. Straight up, I think quickswapping is retarded. Rare should have said, we're getting rid of quickswapping, it's too broken for PvP, and that's that. That makes sense. No, they didn't say that. And that's my problem, is that they didn't say that.
Nothing, I decided to leak it, mentioning that Rare is going to keep banning me whether I do this or not, so why shouldn't I? The Insider program is incredibly easy to sign up to, requiring just a Microsoft account and ticking a box that says you're over 18 with no verification. Every active Sea of Thieves player has Insider, so everyone knew about it, but they couldn't say anything about it until it was added into the game. That's why I decided to get the conversation started earlier. This had no real long-term effect. It started some Twitter drama and not much else.
Good.
They implemented the change, made guns more clunky, and that was it. That was over a year ago.
Guns are supposed to be clunky. Fuck that. I don't care. That was my problem with Sea of Thieves. The guns were supposed to be clunky. Why weren't they clunky? They're supposed to be. And they didn't treat them like that, so they kept quick swapping the game until it was detrimental to them. So fuck them. They don't get my money. Bethesda can have my money.
Coming at me at full force, banning me usually every week or so, until the most recent Twitch drops for Sea of Thieves when I received the DMCA. I just can't comprehend how Rare sees constantly banning me as beneficial to them. It just seems like a waste of a community manager's time that could be looking into banning cheaters. The only possible conclusion that makes sense to me is that someone at Rare has a personal vendetta against me.
I know that Bethesda ain't perfect, but Bethesda didn't do what Rare did, and that's what's important. You know, Bethesda isn't that. They aren't Rare. They aren't some sensitive British developers, sensitive European developers who are gonna be like, oh my god, someone just did a funny thing on our stream. Someone referenced a serious drama that we didn't even fucking resolve ourselves. Like, fuck off, Rare. You deserve... Rare deserves to fail. I don't care. I know that's gonna get me some shit from my friends, but it's just like, Rare deserves to fail. Because... If they're doing this shit, if they really cared about what the people thought about them, they would not make Sea of Thieves. They would... Or if they did, they would properly moderate Sea of Thieves, which they clearly cannot do. Or refuse to do.
Oh, he's just completely quick swapping as well.
There's a looting.
What's this? Rare banning me live while fighting a cheater from a video that they now copyright struck.
Oh, he's just completely quick swapping as well.
There's a looting.
Teleporting. Interesting.
Oh, it wasn't a one shot. What is this dude doing? Oh, he's like fucking flying or something.
Oh, now he's flying. That's cute. Where's the band? Where's the band? Show me the band. Show me the band. I want the band.
Why'd you say Driz had to sub in? I'm sorry. As if he hasn't been here the whole time. Oh wait, they actually subbed the new account in Salt Colonel V4.
Oh yeah, that guy was in my chat before.
Oh.
He was telling me that Athenaware full doesn't work, only Athenaware light. And I
Did
was like, I
Rare
don't
seriously just do that?
care. Did you just get banned?
There's no way.
Oh.
Are you?
Oh no. That's evil. Oh my god, they were fucking fighting cheaters too. They don't even... I bet they didn't even ban the cheaters. I bet they didn't even ban the cheaters.
Are you serious, Rare?
Dude, it's literally...
Look at yourselves.
This is the same thing as last year. They spend more time banning
There
you
is
than
no
the cheaters.
way.
This dude is rent fucking free in Rare. I'm sorry. This guy's got like... This guy's got like a fucking FBI styled fucking case file on him from Rare. Like they got the folder with the Rare logo on it. They say, this is the guy. Them. This is them. They're targets. I want you to keep banning him. He said mean things about our while playing our game. We can't have that. He referenced a situation where we messed up, where two of our partners were fighting each other, and we can't have that. I turned that into a New Yorker accent because I think it fits better. It's a bit more mobstery.
So good.
I'm literally
this
fighting
company.
just blatant cheaters and saying their
love
names,
this
and yet you
company.
banned me. You guys are actually fucking insane.
You
You know
cannot
how
make it
fucking
up.
stupid this makes
You
you
cannot
look?
make it up.
I mean, at least we only ever won against the cheaters, so like, you know, they can't do that.
That is insane. This company, I cannot comprehend how they can
Season
possibly think
12.
that that's a good idea.
You gotta remember they work in a barn.
Hey, here's this streamer.
Season 12. Oh my god, if you could see my if you could see my face right now. Oh my god.
Fighting cheaters. How about we ban him? Not the cheaters, though.
Now the cheaters are fine, mate.
What's up, everyone? There's my window capture.
Nice one, idiot.
Oh, that's the one. All right. So, last
Whoa.
night, a couple days after my streams on the weekend, including the stream where Rare banned me while fighting a cheater, I've received this. This is only half of it. The other one's over here. So, thanks for the subs, everyone. Rare has sent yet another copyright claim. So, in the first one, as we saw, what, a month ago? I think it was.
Over a month ago.
Yeah.
Dude, they hate this guy. Oh my fucking god, they hate this guy. Nico, they hate him. It's terrible. They just hate this guy. They fucking went after him.
Yeah. It was clearly
Pre-cut first.
one person that wrote some random garbage in like 5 minutes, and
Very
it was
emotional
just a
garbage.
mess. So now they've come back, they've thought it through, but the thing is,
They've done it wrong.
they've still just done so much random garbage in this. They just blatantly lie in parts of it, and they just change the subject like 3 times per sentence on average. So let's go through it. So copyrighted work, the Sea of Thieves intellectual property.
I want to
So that's
see
what
this.
they've gotten me for the last time. So they say the user in question was banned from our services in 2020. Straight off the bat, they're telling Twitch, oh yeah, this is from 4 years ago.
Has nothing to do with copyright, by the
And
way.
they say, and then they randomly change it to, and is repeatedly in violation of the Twitch community guidelines by abusing the Twitch drop system. And then they swap back to Microsoft, and Microsoft.
But the Twitch drops it. But there were other in the footage. I showed. I think in the other video there were people with Twitch drops also running. I don't know if it was this one or I think it was this one. Yeah, this one. You can see it right here.
It ended, and my channel went missing. Obviously worried, I checked my email and found a copyrights ended category doing it way more blatantly in the side of the.
Oh my god! Like, look at that. That's blatant.
Interrupts, harms, or otherwise violates the integrity of Twitch as or enforcement protocols. I'm trying to shove it in here that they want to like report me for abusing Twitch drops.
Which you haven't done in months.
So yeah, and then they say these actions are a direct violation of our terms of service and undermine the integrity of our enforcement protocols. From the perspective of Red, they're talking about their protocols. And then they
Once again, it has
switch
nothing
back.
to do with copyright.
Then they switch back to the Twitch terms of service.
Oh yeah, they say hour and then Twitch.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about last night. It's such a mess of words. Then they say I violate the Twitch terms of service, spam, scams, and other malicious conduct spam.
They're trying to say that this guy's this guy's running scams and spam. What? This isn't spam. Like, is streaming your game spam or malicious content or a scam? Are they trying to say that Sea of Thieves is a scam or something? Like, I don't think that's what they're trying to say, but that's probably not what they're thinking, but it's just like, you did not think this through.
And other deceptive practices create a negative user experience,
You did
decrease
not think
trust
this
in our
through,
service,
Rare.
that would be from Twitch's perspective, and mislead viewers, creators, and
The-
advertisers.
the-
Any content or activity that disrupts, interrupts, harms, or otherwise violates.
The calculations were done, but man, you just forgot that one variable. You forgot one number. You misremembered one number. You did one operation wrong, and it just threw your equation off. Just that's how it feels. That's how it feels.
The integrity of Twitch services or another user's experience or devices is prohibited. For example, you may not cheat the Twitch reward system, such as the drops or channel points. When they've copyright claimed,
But there were other channels doing that.
this, all of my VODs are gone. Every single one of my Sea of Thieves VODs is completely gone. I can't even use the VOD finder tools. They are completely gone from Twitch. So yeah, that automatically deletes them all when they send this copyright claim. And then they've used VODs as evidence. So these VODs, these aren't from the weekend. These are from ages ago. They're saying player switches to unrelated imagery for 2 hours while streaming for Twitch drops. I don't know when this VOD is. Anytime that I've done drops farms before the DMCA was when it was completely allowed on Twitch's rules.
Yeah, that was before drop farms were made against TOS, so it
I
was
did
not a
drop
problem.
farm after they made it against the rules because they did not enforce it at all for anyone else. The only reason I was punished for it was because of the DMCA from Rare. So yeah, and the next part. And then they say, software is licensed, not sold. This is true, whatever. Microsoft has the rights to remove me from their services. They're
Yeah,
trying to
this is
copyright
messed up,
claim
by
me
the
from
way, that they
Twitch.
say that that basically software is licensed, not sold. Like, you don't own your games. Like, that's messed up. According to Microsoft, you don't own your games. That's messed up. According to Rare, you don't own your games. That's messed up. In my opinion. Like, I think you should own your games. Like, and I say this as a Steam user, so it's like, yeah, I know that Steam can take away my games, but it's just like, I don't think Valve would do that. I don't know, like, they wouldn't have a reason to take it away from, like, the average customer, so long as the average customer doesn't do shit. You know, if the average customer isn't, like, fucking creating a fucking problem for Valve, like, they ain't gonna do that. Last I checked. But Rare, I think I would never trust a platform or service run by Rare, because I would fear they would take me off of it.
Which I don't think they can do. And then they go, this is the just most blatant lie. So this user has violated the Sea of Thieves Code of Conduct. Yes, that's true. And has faced numerous bans as a consequence, including the abuse and harassment of other players and Rare developers. That is a complete and utter lie. The closest to that would be in my videos just me fucking with players.
It's not harassment though.
That's not
sandbox
harassment.
Basic.
Look at Crud.
interaction.
Look how much Crud is so much more of a dickhead than me.
I goad people
And
into
then-
killing me.
They say that I've faced numerous bans as a consequence, including abuse and harassment. So I did a fucking, what is it, support ticket last night. I'm banned for the use of alternate accounts to circumvent, banned for the use of alternate accounts to circumvent bans and suspensions.
Yeah, just that. Nothing else.
I've gone directly to them and gotten their real reason for my ban, and in this, they completely lie about it. That
The
is just an
developers is when we say,
insane
like,
claim
oh,
to make.
You guys should do your job instead of banning people. Instead of banning Deb, you should ban cheaters. And they're probably like, that's harassment.
They are. They probably are. I would believe that. Rare devs, I believe that. I didn't mention this explicitly in the VOD, but I haven't been banned. But I've been getting banned for the past 4 years for ban evasion, regardless of what I actually do in game. But they lied to make it seem like I deserve each individual ban for being toxic. This guy was going after cheaters live, and that's somehow toxic? He was fighting cheaters, and that's toxic? Like, stream sniping, that's toxic. I get it. One time, he was toxic. The rest? I don't know. Now it feels like Rare is being toxic, if anything. So, honestly, fuck Rare in this. Fuck them.
And yeah, I'm usually banned during live streams. And then they say I frequently stream with an idle status to acclaim
Like,
viewership.
I want fucking accountability. Like, whoever's fucking responsible for this, speak your ass up so you can get knocked down. Speak your ass up so I can just... Not really. Verbally. But speak your ass up so I can verbally just square up. Verbally square up. Not physically. Never physically. You don't want to do that shit physically. Harassing developers over problems like this should stay entirely digital. Alright, let's get back to it.
Nah.
Pretty much abusing drops. That's not true.
And when I say harassing, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, go and harass them, like, tell them, like, go and, like, you know, be mean, like, no. Fuck off with that shit. Like, no. Confront them on the shit they actually did. Confront them on the shit they did, not the shit they are.
And I haven't done that.
They are not
regularly
the turd. They're the turd layer.
since they removed it, or since
Still
they
open this year, like once
banned
this
it.
year, and that was it.
I did drops farms back when they were within the rules of Twitch. There were no rules against it. And they claim that I frequently do it to this day, which is,
They have
again, a lie. And they're saying,
Oh my
due to
God,
the
I got
ongoing
5
persistent
viewers
activities of
throughout
this
the
user,
stream.
Rare
That's
slash
wild.
Microsoft requests
I have
the
a
deletion
concurrent
of this
viewer?
user's
No
Twitch
way.
channel, including all
I
content,
don't
and
believe it.
the user to be banned from creating.
I refuse to
further
believe anyone would
So
watch this
because
stream.
of all of this, them lying about me, abusing Rare staff or whatever, and also half of the reason in this email is literally just accusing me of drop farming. They think that my entire Twitch account and any future anything from me on Twitch should just be gone.
That's fucked.
Even if I want to stream another game. Nope. Alright. Bye everyone.
YouTube copy striking on the 21st of June. So this guy's channel's
So,
already
in
gone.
the most recent attack from Rare, they've copy striked 12 of my most recent videos in 3 different strikes.
Poor Theb.
One strike has 2
Theb didn't do
videos, and
anything
the other
wrong.
2 have
Like, free
5,
my boy Theb.
which is
Free Theb.
conveniently just enough
Free
strikes
Theb, free Theb,
to terminate my
free
YouTube
Theb,
channel.
free Theb, free Theb.
So, I don't really know where to go
Honestly,
from here.
like-
this is me.
Theb, we should play some fucking Salt together. Like, when Salt multiplayer comes out, when Salt 2 gets multiplayer, let's play together, dude. Like, unironically, like, I would play with this guy in Salt. Like, we'll have fun in a real good pirate game. In a good sailor game. Even though Salt 2 looks like Salt 2. We'll have fun in it.
Me versus Microsoft.
Maybe I'll
It's
stream
yet
Salt.
another
I've
case of a
said
big
I would
company
stream a lot of games,
using
but
the
I
YouTube copyright system to bully a small creator.
I
that they don't
haven't
like.
played them.
And all of this is happening
I
because I was
haven't
banned 4
streamed
years
them.
ago for reasons that
I'm
arguably
lazy. I've been
shouldn't have
getting
been.
pretty lazy about.
Now, I know most people
lot of stuff.
aren't going to have a clue who I am or what kind of content I make, because you would imagine that it would have to be pretty damning to deserve all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give an example of the kind of shit that I do. This is literally one of my most recent videos. I'm fighting a brig. I'm just saying stupid shit into the mic while being called slurs.
On our ship, on our ship. Oh, it's sorry.
It's over the F slur already. It's mostly just fucking with people like that. We do
That's
other things, obviously.
normal.
There's all the big steel videos, whatever.
Like,
See,
honestly,
content. Not that I want to be self.
Fucking with people is like the most normal thing I saw in Sea of Thieves. Like, my friends and I would do this. I would do this. We had a solo fucking fuck with a brig, and we fucked up because we got overconfident. Because we outnumbered him and we got overconfident.
Promoing here, but I do still have a lot of videos listed on my channel that are still the same kind of content. But yet they're deciding to go this far out of their way to completely terminate my channel just because they don't like me. Like, I can't think of any other proper reason. I've had hundreds of comments of people telling me, oh, I've gotten back into the game, or I only started playing this game because of you. But they think that I'm such a big issue that they need to delete me from all of social media. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that's my problem. That's my real problem in this, is it seems like they're really hating this guy for next to nothing. There's more videos. There's a lot of videos coming out.
The second one is true, and the
This
third
video,
one
I wanted to go with this one because this is how I found out about it.
is open to interpretation. Does all this warrant a permaban without so much as a warning? I don't think so. But Rare made their choice and wouldn't walk it back, no matter what.
How long has
Because
this stream
Theb
been going
wasn't
for?
satisfied with Rare's initial response, he filed another support ticket, and this time a Rare community manager said that Theb had received over 51 reports of toxicity and abuse just on his
I
alt
cannot
account.
tell.
This figure is absolutely meaningless as it counts the total number of
Oh, an
reports
hour.
filed against you without filtering out anything, including garbage. If you've played any online game with a report system, you know that people
Hold on, I'm gonna check something. I'll be right back. Don't worry. The train is not going anywhere. Let me actually put it full power so it's moving slow. cleaners left, so I can let my pets out.
People will report you for just about anything. You can get reported for winning too hard. You can even get reported.
Oh, I forgot to link Theb's video. Hold on. I'll add that to the description, but I'll put that in chat. There. Just to make sure that I'm properly crediting people and I don't get any. Just to make my conscience happy, I guess. But man, the
Reported for
situation
losing.
is
Called
serious.
someone an asshole? Report it. Ask your teammate about the game plan at the beginning of the match? Report it. People will report you because they don't like you, so the only ones that count are reports that can be verified against the player's actions. Total reports mean absolutely nothing in this context. And this time, the response even said you are not welcome on our services. Ouch. That wasn't prepared to quit Sea of Thieves.
If Rare does not think Theb is welcome on their services, how many others do you think are not welcome on their services? Like, how many people do you think they would unironically say this to? I think they would say this to a lot of the Sea of Thieves audience. I think if they found out how their players actually played, they would say this to a lot of Sea of Thieves players.
After all the time he had put into the game, especially when the reasons for his account termination were so vague, and thus began the era of alts. Theb would proceed to make hundreds of new accounts over the course of the next 3 years, with Rare employees tasked to hunt him down every time they found one of his accounts. Just imagine the amount of butthurt this one guy caused Rare, forcing them to go as far as to assign Theb his own agent. I can visualize this Rare employee hunched over his gamer chair at 2 in the morning, fingers typing away in the keyboard as he desperately searches for Theb's stream.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's why I was talking about the Theb case file. Is because it feels like they just have a developer assigned to this to just go, yeah, we got him on the case, like Detective Lindsay, whatever their name is, I don't know. You know, they got this. They've handled several terrible cases in the past, but I think they got this one, you know?
Dropping the banhammer on him like I dropped my foot on a cockroach crawling around my kitchen. Some of you might say that Theb deserved this ban for breaking the rules regarding stream sniping, and that he shouldn't have listed a cheat program in his bio, even if it was for a different game. Okay, but how do you explain all the other instances of Rare turning a blind eye to blatant cheaters within their game? There's a guy using quick swap hacks because you shouldn't be able to do that after they nerfed the ability to do so. Then you have this gentleman teleporting all over the place and
This was Theb's footage.
flying through the air like Doctor Strange. Can you guess who gets banned? Theb gets banned. Not the hackers, but a guy who makes spicy content that some people at Rare don't like. They banned the guy who's not cheating. Right now, you can go on YouTube and type Sea of Thieves cheats into the search box and get several results detailing where to get them, how to use them, and how to bypass VAC bans. Right now, Steam and Rare are in competition to see whose anti-cheat has more holes. I'm not promoting any of these channels or suggesting that you go download cheats for Sea of Thieves. I'm just pointing out Rare's hypocrisy and lack of integrity when they go after one guy who spends most of his time fighting alliance crews and cheaters, while they turn a blind eye to actual cheaters and channels promoting these cheats on YouTube. Like, these cheat videos have thousands of views, they've been up for several months, and Rare's doing nothing about them. You got aimbots, wall hacks, map hacks, and more. In March of this year, just 4 months ago, Sea of Thieves got the new EAC, or Easy Anti-Cheat update. We already have hack menus that can bypass it with ease.
That's messed
We've got
up.
respawn hacks, flying hacks, invisibility hacks.
Like, disregarding
Again,
the fact that those were, like, live caught cheaters that Rare could have banned. Nope, that doesn't matter.
all of this is after the EAC patch in March. And I don't even know if Rare is capable of fixing these exploits. We probably won't know until a Rare employee runs into one of these cheaters. Many Sea of Thieves players who were active during 2021 and 2022
Honestly,
remember when
the best way to protest Sea of Thieves is just not to play it. Like, that's what I've been doing unintentionally. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding because I haven't played Sea of Thieves, but it's just like in a long time. But it's just like now I won't play Sea of Thieves. Hey, do you want to play Sea? No. Have you heard what they did to Theb? Why the fuck would I play them when they're gonna fucking allow cheaters on, but ban someone who's spicy?
We had the server hopping cheat. There was an entire group of players called the Double Gun Enthusiasts, or DGE, who'd spam this cheat to troll streamers. The cheat would automatically hop you into a server with a popular streamer on it, which led to some pretty insane moments like this one. It wasn't until the DGE guys trolled a Rare dev that the exploit was fixed. Now that we've seen Rare's lackluster attitude towards cheating in their game, let's take a look at some of their esteemed partners. These players are supposed to represent the best of the best in the Sea of Thieves community. They're a source of positive influence and cheerful vibes for everyone tuning in to watch their stream. And for the most part, that's what they do.
Guys.
But like with any other community, there's always a few, you know, meet happy feets. Partnered streamer for Sea of Thieves, and he's also someone who had relations with a 17-year-old girl when he was 22.
Did you have sexual relations with a 16-year-old? Yes or no? Simple.
New
no.
face. We're gonna
How
find
many
this.
times do
We're
I
gonna
have
find
to
this
fucking
later.
say it? It was this girl here. She was, again, 17 at the time, and I was 22 when I had a sexual relationship with her.
He said it.
His words, not mine. And then you have this gentleman, who's another partnered streamer, who's had a few rage-fueled moments in the past, like this one.
My fucking dick like your little sister did. Suck my dick, faggot.
I'm not high enough
You're
for
just
this.
a bunch of little wall-banging faggots, that's all it is.
No ban for him, though. He's still around. I would certainly like to categorize his conduct in this footage as toxic, although it may not be extremely toxic, you know, like
I've seen worse.
Step. If you look around a bit more,
Trash
you'll
talk
find
isn't
plenty of these
bad.
partner streamers who act toxic in games and are still not banned. I'm not advocating for them to be banned either. I'm just pointing out how Rare is extremely selective with the application of their own rules. Fun fact, if you go into the Sea of Thieves Code of Conduct page, it
Sorry,
says
I had
nothing
smoke
about
in my mouth.
toxicity. They ask you to be respectful and courteous, and you're not supposed to discriminate on the basis of race or
lit up a bowl
sexuality.
'cause this is
That's
that bad for me. This is getting high worth. This is getting stoned over. This is worth getting stoned over.
That's about it. Not a single mention of the word toxic. So what does toxic even mean? Because one of the reasons Theb was banned according to Rare is for being extremely toxic. We don't even know what regular toxic looks like, let alone extreme. Is it toxic to sink a ship and loot the treasure? Rare's own partnered streamers have been seen using slurs, as we saw a few seconds ago. Is that considered toxic? More importantly, the Code of Conduct mentions that offenders get 3 strikes before they're out. Theb didn't get that, which means he must have committed a serious offense. For serious offenses, Rare reserves the authority to immediately terminate an account at their own discretion. And this is the tricky part. We don't know which factors they consider while making their judgment. It's all a giant black box, and Rare will never be transparent about it, because they also reserve the right to keep the exact ban criteria hidden from the players. Sometimes, Rare can take things too far by banning people solely on the basis of whether or not they were reported by a streamer.
Yep.
This is exactly what happened in September of 2019 during the Sea of Champions Arena event, when a player called Tarty ran into 2 streamers, Captain Ash Bacon and Burger Warrior. They ended up fighting and Tarty's squad won. On Burger Warrior's stream, it looks like he's reporting the enemy crew after receiving a message from Ash. Then, Ash proceeds to gloat about how Tarty and his friends were about to get banned. She's convinced that Tarty was stream sniping, even when he wasn't. Based on this leaked screenshot from the Sea of Thieves partner Discord, we can see that Ash Bacon is complaining to the Rare community manager about people who she thinks are stream sniping her. Then, she directly tags a Rare dev, who promises to get the offenders banned. This shows just how much influence streamers have over Rare devs when they can get people banned just by dropping names. No due process, no investigation of their supposed misdemeanors, just drop the ban hammer, otherwise we might offend the poor streamer. Tarty uploaded the video to his YouTube channel and was immediately threatened by a permaban if he didn't take out the screenshot of the private Discord server. Like a true Chad, he refused, and was instead disqualified from the Sea of Champions event because the guy hosting the event was also a Rare partner. What's sad is that this isn't the first time someone got unfairly banned by Rare due to Ash and her insider influence. There had already been multiple cases of her getting people banned, only for Rare to roll back the ban days later after the players filed tickets. Here's Ash laughing at the prospect of Thanos snapping accounts, as if it's some kind of game for her.
That's fine. I got the stab watching
This
not
is messed
reporting.
up.
We're
This scene
snapping.
is messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look.
As if it's some kind of game for her.
That's fine. Look at the tablet.
We're not reporting. We're snapping. Mm-hmm.
That's messed
Okay,
up.
okay.
Recording it as like a Thanos snap. Calling recording Thanos snapping. That's me. That is literally what it is. But that doesn't make it right. You shouldn't Thanos snap players out of the game they paid fairly for. And I feel like that should be legally argued. I feel like legally that could and should be argued. I feel like we need to remove corporation status as people. And I think that needs to be legally and fairly argued. Because corporations should not be people.
It's one of my favorite things. Anchoring?
Clearly, Rare's incompetence in this area knows no limits, and they'd much rather waste their time chasing someone like Theb all over the internet instead of replacing their ban-happy community managers. In Sea of Thieves, who you're reported by is a lot more important than what you're reported for, which is why games are still full of toxic users spamming exploits left and right, while the only ones getting banned are those who anger the precious streamers. All of this brings us back to the original question. Why did Theb get banned? Originally, it was for stream sniping and advertising cheats. Extreme toxicity was also a reason provided by Rare, but that one's hard to quantify. We know the cheat link was for Minecraft, not Sea of Thieves, and that Theb had reformed himself since 2020. He hasn't stream sniped anyone since then and uses his time in the game to actively combat cheaters while also bringing in new players. So why can't Rare give him a second chance? Overall, Theb's influence on the community is positive, and he's fighting bad players and single-handedly, I feel like, reviving a dying game. Theb messaged Rare in October of 2022 so both sides could reach an agreement. After all, it was a waste of resources on Rare's part to go out.
So Theb was 15 in 2020. He would have been 16 or 17 by the time this message would have come out. So, you can argue that Rare is bullying a kid. That a Rare partner bullied a kid. Someone Rare officially is partners with as a streamer bullied a fucking kid. And I will repeat this multiple times to make sure you understand that as an audience. To anyone watching this. Rare bullied a fucking kid, in my opinion. I don't fucking care if that kid was stream sniping. He didn't. At this point, there is more evidence to the fact that Rare themselves are toxic developers or have toxic moderation. And I'm opting for the latter rather than the former because the latter seems more likely. Toxic moderation, it feels like. But, like, oh my god. This is awful. Like, no wonder I quit.
After Theb instead of banning actual cheaters and fixing exploits, but his request was denied again. Theb had already exposed Rare's incompetence. He had shown that they were incapable of stopping people from creating new accounts after getting banned. He had also shown that actual cheaters roamed free while Rare was focused entirely on him, and for these crimes, he would never be forgiven. Which brings us to the 20th of June last month, when Theb received a DMCA strike on his Twitch channel from Rare. This time, they realized that they could just target his ability to make content instead of going after his account in Sea of Thieves.
So deplatforming. They fucking deplatformed him. Basically. That's what it more or less sounds like to me. They went after his ability to create content. They were deplatforming him. Simple.
By removing his ability to stream the game, they could fix the problem once and for all. But is this even allowed? Can a game company prevent you from streaming their game? Because Theb isn't merely reproducing their copyrighted work, he's transforming it with his input and commentary to create something entirely new under fair use policy. It's different from streaming a movie or a TV show because video games are interactive mediums and each creator's output is uniquely theirs. If Rare decides Theb doesn't have a license to play the game, fine. That stays within the game. But going after his Twitch and YouTube channels is straight up abuse of DMCA policy. With his YouTube channel gone, Theb can't upload videos on anything.
This is my opinion, by the way. This is basically my opinion. Is if they're going after they're abusing the DMCA in this situation. In my opinion, because what the fuck?
No legal expert here, but I think Rare could have just asked Theb to demonetize.
I know I'm
his
not.
videos
I'm sure. You know, the significant lack of commentary I'm providing is very, 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 very telling to, like, anyone who hasn't watched me, but it's just, like, or anyone who watches me in general, I guess. I shouldn't say anyone who hasn't watched me, because it's, like, nobody's watched me. I've made nothing. I'm a glup shitto. I'm a nobody. Not glup shitto, but I'm a nobody. That's more what I say. But,
instead of copyright striking his YouTube channel out of existence. Thankfully, he still has his Twitch channel, but now he can't stream any Sea of Thieves. The Twitch DMCA claim brought up Theb's abuse of the Twitch drop system and violation of the Microsoft Services Agreement, according to Rare. He was guilty of ban evasion and streaming AFK to collect item drops. However, drop farming is a violation of Twitch TOS, not Rare's copyright. And is ban evasion from 4 years ago really a violation of copyright law? I don't think so. As I mentioned earlier, these live services games like Sea of Thieves are licensed to you. You don't actually own anything, and so the company can revoke your license at any time, at which point you're technically violating copyright law by using their service without a license. They aren't very strict with the enforcement, so you probably won't have cops knocking on your doorstep if you make a new Sea of Thieves account, but they can use this as an excuse to remove you from Twitch or YouTube, just like they did with Theb. I feel it was a stupid decision on Rare's part to ban someone who was providing free traffic to their game and keeping old players engaged. By banning Theb, they probably lost out on a decent chunk of money. You might say it won't hurt Rare in the long run, because Theb's diehard audience is a small drop in the Sea of Thieves player base, which now comprises of 40 million players after the PS5 launch. But there's also another detail here with those numbers. A vast majority of these are Game Pass downloads and inactive players. People download the game for free on Game Pass, play it a couple hours, get sunk by some...
I'm an inactive player.
but he was actually good at the game and uninstall. Some might not even play it at all, but they are still included in the total number of downloads. Take one look at the Steam charts and you'll get a more accurate picture of where Sea of Thieves is actually at and where they're headed if they don't change their course. As for Theb, I think he'll be fine if he pivots to a different game. He's already cultivated a loyal audience, and all his controversy just boosted his social rep. He doesn't need to beg Rare for an unban. He can play any other game and carry this momentum forward, and he's an insane gamer. And he could become even bigger than I think he would have gotten in the Sea of Thieves pond. Rare has ignored the community for way too long, and I think it's time the community actually gets heard. Share this video if you like Sea of Thieves, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Alright, next video. This one I have not watched, so this is going to be a blind reaction. Thank you for the people who have tuned in, all zero, I guess. There was one earlier, but I don't really care. I'm not really following if I have viewers or not. But, I mean, I guess I am, considering I'm mentioning it, but I haven't really followed too closely, I suppose, is what I'm saying.
A Sea of Thieves YouTuber with nearly 70,000 subscribers and millions of views has had both of his YouTube channels permanently removed after Rare abused the copyright system to strike down multiple of his videos. This is just the very tip of the iceberg when it comes to Rare's long history of favoritism and neglect. Everything is timestamped in the description if you want to skip subjects you already know about, because this is going to be a long video.
What we do here is go back, back.
The stream snipers report chat and Sea of Thieves. Thanos snapped.
I will fucking silently shit down your throat and not see your shit.
Maybe open up your ears, you fucking...
You're just a bunch of little wall-banging That's all it is.
Another tall, white, straight man beat the system. Wow!
Are you serious?
See, when I said I would remember, for anyone who's watching back on the VOD, remember when I was saying that we should remember Rocco? That's why we should remember Rocco. It's red? Look at yourselves.
For those of you new to the game, there used to be a game mode called Arena. In this game mode, you would be put on a ship and have to fight 4 other ships within the arena until the time runs out and whoever had the most points wins. Now, the problem with this mode was the same problem with pretty much every game out there right now. If you're a streamer, you're going to get stream sniped. People would often get multiple boats in a streamer server just to make sure that they lose. But some streamers get paranoid and they start to accuse everyone of stream sniping them.
Yeah, it became very paranoia driven.
Hey, Mr.
Is that how that works?
You want to take this fan, and I want you to shove it
Or
firmly up
tart
your
tree.
asshole.
Or tart
Oh,
tree.
is it? Oh, is that the?
Stream snipers.
Oh.
There's a Discord server for all Sea of Thieves partners, and in this server, the partners can type gamer tags to quickly report people who are stream sniping them so they can get banned. The problem is, Rare doesn't investigate anything. They just received a list of people to ban and smack down the hammer with no questions asked.
Nah, their team just got fucking Thanos snapped. Burger, they can't say shit.
They did?
Yeah, check the stream snipers report chat and Sea of Thieves. Thanos snapped.
Some of the people...
Psycho behavior. This is a fucking bitch. Fuck her. I hate her. I don't even need to watch her content to know I'm gonna hate her. Like, anyone who acts like this. Anyone who's a smug piece of shit who acts like this. I'm gonna hate them because I'm the smug piece of shit too. I'm a smug piece of shit sometimes too, but... Come on, man. You have no proof they're stream sniping, man.
People reported weren't even on the same boat as the people they were fighting. They were just simply in the same game as them and got banned. I'm in a similar situation on Rust. I have access to a Discord for a server I play where I can quickly report people I think are cheating. But they don't just get insta-banned. The server only has a handful of mods, but they still will spectate and investigate to make sure someone is doing something wrong before banning them. So tell me how a company backed by Microsoft can't do the same thing. If you want to see more about the situation, I'll link a few videos in the description. Anyway, I don't believe
players are actually
these guys got perma.
Players actually play the games. Developers don't. I don't think Rare devs play their game. Are you serious? You have to double tap it for it to let go. I hate that. I hate that it's a double tap. If there's anything I wish about these knuckle couplers, I don't care about the double tapping as much as I care about this. In Railroads Online, like, this is fucked. This is fucked. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on, reach it out. Like, you have the modeling capabilities. Give it the long neck. Give it the long neck, bitch. Come on. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call them bitches. They're not bitches. Maybe Goku. I don't like Goku. Goku over 9000 kind of rubs me the wrong way sometimes, but, it's neither here nor there. Back to the video.
Bans for this because at the time that was pretty much unheard of until 2020. In 2020, there was a streamer duo called Say Hey Raku who came to Sea of Thieves. Basically, one of them would control a puppet while the other played the game. But then everything went wrong when they tried to play Arena. They ran into some people who they thought were toxic and then went on long rants about it.
You are entitled to be toxic. You have no place in gaming. You have no place in our community.
This got the attention of some gremlins who were actually toxic and would say things like, Pace22 get raped. Now, for context, Pace22 is a well-known Sea of Thieves streamer who was pretty much the face of the PvP community. Whenever he would sink someone, an animation would play on his stream saying, Pace22 get sunk. And this became a meme in the community where people would replace sunk with other words. People would even stream snipe him and say the same things they said to Rocco. Now, after this was said to Rocco, they had someone to blindly focus all of their anger on. They blamed Pace and even Summit 1G for the toxicity they were receiving.
And that's fine. Go play the game. Whatever. Go You'll make $20,000 a month playing a game that you talk shit about nonstop. Great.
Isn't that what you're doing, Rocco? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Rocco. Suck a cock, Rocco. No. I can't say that. I can't say that to them. That they're gonna take that the wrong way, right? No, yeah, I don't like them. Oh, wow. Straight white males. Like, you're not even bothering. You're not even bothering to, like, try and be courteous and say, hey, I know this isn't going to be everyone. You know, it happens a lot, but I know this isn't going to be everyone. You're not even addressing the situation as to why these people are upset at you. And that's your problem.
Good for you. You beat the system. Another tall, white, straight man beat the system. Wow.
The people stream sniping Rocco were the same people who would also stream snipe Pace. They weren't his fans or his friends, they were haters, yet somehow he was still getting the blame for it. This whole situation made the community turn on Rocco, which resulted in them vowing to never play the game again.
As much as I
Fuck Rocco. Fuck them. I hate them. Listen here, you puppet-wielding piece of shit. At least some people show their face. Right? I may not be showing my face, but I'm showing my words. I'd be showing my face if I could. I'd be doing a VTuber thing, and I wouldn't care if people saw my face. But, I think I have my face online anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. You know, it doesn't matter what I think. My face is on the internet now. Technically, but
games. I'm the
like I posted
king.
my own face. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that shit to me. You don't get to do that shit to me. I'll do that shit to myself. Okay? I'll save you. I'll save you the fucking trouble so you don't fucking think you're one-upping me. You know? I'll save someone the trouble so they don't think they can one-up me. You know, I'll dox myself. No, I'll dox him. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. No one will ever know. Like, God, fuck Sea of Thieves, man. Fuck them. I don't care. I don't care, man. I don't care. Fuck Rare, man. What the fuck are you doing at Rare? What the fuck is it? My cat is talking to me. She just said, shut up. She just told me to shut up. It's okay, Tabitha. It's okay. Kitty cat. Kitty kitty cat.
Little bitches.
Oh, Pace sunk my ship and he said mean things to me one time. We had to get him off this game. He's not fucking living up to the Pirate Legend code, mate.
Suck my fucking dick. I'll say it to you, bitch, alright? Suck my dick.
See, he said it. I didn't. I took it back, but he said it. So, I mean, suck a cock, Rocco, I guess. But no, I didn't. I wasn't the first one to say it. Honestly, I wouldn't want them anyway. In reality, I wouldn't want them anyway. Like realistically, I'm pretty reserved about, you know. I think I'm probably very reserved about, you know, relationship stuff. I don't know. Excuse me. Back to it.
If I see you at sea, I will fucking silently shit down your throat and not sink your ship. And there's really nothing you can do about it as long as I don't say anything. But for now, I can say, suck my fucking dick. Being little babies about a video game, trying to get the guy's fucking career taken away? What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Literally trying to bring cancel culture into every little tiny fucking crack you can find. So you can fill it with your shit stain. Suck it up, you're...
Beast! Oh my god, he brought up cancel culture! Let's go! We did it! Cancel culture mention! Yeah! Cancel culture mention! I'm mad. I'm maddening. I'm probably maddening to anyone watching me. If
Bad
you
at
are.
video games, bro. Get better. That's just how it's got to be.
And that got the attention of Kotaku, who posted an article that I believe changed the game forever. All of this negative attention finally got to Rare, and they said, enough is enough. They went on the biggest banning spree the game had ever seen. And not temporary bans this time. Rare wanted to make a statement with this ban wave that they did not allow harassment on their servers, although we now know that it was just damage control and they don't actually care. There's so many videos on this whole situation, so I'll link a few in the description if you want to know more. Now, let's talk about Theb. Theb wasn't banned in this original ban wave, but
all my
he got
homies
banned
hate
later,
Rocco.
which I'll let him explain why.
I was originally banned from Sea of Thieves in August of 2020. I was 15 years old at the time. The previous night, I had stream sniped someone in Arena on an alt account after a petty argument in their Twitch chat. Originally banned from Sea of Thieves in August of 2020. I was 15 years old at the time. The previous night, I had stream sniped someone in Arena on an alt account after a petty argument in their Twitch chat. The account was named Rocco22 Get Banned, which was relevant to other streamer drama at the time. I was told that I was banned for advertising cheat programs, stream sniping, and showing extremely toxic behavior, and that there was nothing they could do to help me with my ban. To explain the advertising cheat programs, at the time I was being accusated fairly often in arena games, so I thought it would be funny to bait people even harder by putting a fake Sea of Thieves cheats link in my bio, that would instead direct them to a Minecraft cheat client if they were curious enough to click it. Rare took this the wrong way and assumed it was real, which I can understand. The stream sniping part of the ban was definitely legitimate. I had little understanding at the time of how serious stream sniping was in gaming. If I found a streamer in game, I would bring up their stream just to hear them rage while being killed. I didn't think that I was gaining any advantage by doing this because of stream delay, and thought that it didn't matter if I already greatly outskilled the streamer as I was going to win the fight anyway. Since becoming a streamer myself and dealing with the same issue, I now understand how irritating and unfair it can be, and I apologize to anyone who had to deal with this from me. For the extremely toxic behavior, I would have to assume that it would have mostly come from spawn camping, sinking people, or the streamer encounters. I definitely did shit talk on occasion, but nothing deserving of a permanent ban or the label extreme toxicity. I never threatened to harm anyone in real life, said slurs, or anything like that.
Let's talk about what a permanent ban or a red beard actually means in Sea of Thieves. In a game like Valorant, for example,
I'm just
if you
silent
somehow
'cause we
find
already
yourself with a
been through these
permaban,
parts,
the punishment is losing your
I'm
account.
also playing
all
the
of your
game,
progress and money spent down the drain.
I can't believe
That
it.
alone
Someone's
will make
playing the
people
video
learn their
game they're
lesson.
playing?
That's not the case with Sea of
Cringe.
Thieves. You don't just lose your account, you are completely banished from the game forever, with no chance of restoring your honor, regardless of if your ban was justified or not. If you make a new account, they will ban you again for ban evasion. You are gone for good. Very rarely have people been able to appeal.
gone!
Usually they just get told the decision is final, and they won't even tell you why
It's
you
like
got
the fucking
banned.
Mexican cartel. It's like the Rare cartel. The Rareware cartel. Basically, you get banned in their game, they find you, they're like, hello? Hello, mate. We seen you before. We banned you. You can't survive bans. You're evading our bans, you know. You're running out of town, you can't evade us.
Sometimes they will even block you from making support tickets, so you just can't do anything. Now, some people will argue that this is a good thing. Don't let the toxic players come back. The problem is,
I used
what
to think
exactly
that, like, for the record, I used to think that, like, oh, it's good. Don't, like, get the toxic players out of there. That's what I thought at the time. Now I know better. Yeah, no.
Consider toxic. In this game, you can get permanently banned for toxicity without ever using voice or text chat. After the Rocco situation, simply killing somebody on their boat too many times can be considered toxic and get you banned. Could you imagine something like that happening in any other game? The closest thing I can compare it to is getting banned from a roleplay server in a game like Rust or GTA because you killed someone unprovoked. Imagine getting permanently banned from the entire video game for that.
Uh-oh.
If you've seen any of my videos, you know I like to invade alliance servers. If you don't know what an alliance server is, I will explain. In Sea of Thieves, there are 6 ships per server. When you run into another ship, you can choose to form an alliance with them. This will make it so that anything you sell will give the players in your alliance half the gold, but you still get 100% of it. If you manage to make an alliance with every ship on the server, you can get half of what everyone is selling while still getting full price for everything you sell, basically creating an infinite money farm. Now, if this happens organically in a server, it's pretty cool. But there are Discord servers that take advantage of this system to create never-ending money farms that run all day, every day. The bigger servers will just get tons of people in the same voice channel, turn on a VPN, and server hop together until they all get on the same server. But the smaller, close-knit communities will instead just sail around to every boat, convince someone on the crew to invite them, and if they don't accept, they will just spawn camp them until they leave and a new boat can spawn. Eventually, they will get every boat on the server one way or another.
They will stomp a ship out until they leave the motherfucking game and get on their ship. You feel me? They don't talk about all that stuff, though.
Now, the biggest Alliance servers like Requiem, Ashen Alliance, or Athena's Vanguard will actually charge money to basically get a fast pass on their server, meaning you will get on a boat before everyone else. Requiem no longer shows how much they make, but at one point they had over 1,200 supporters. Considering you need to pay $5 a month for the fast pass, they were making over $70,000 a.
They're charging money for using a game? They're charging money for playing a game with other people of trusted status. Isn't that crazy, Tabitha? Isn't that crazy?
Gear just from exploiting the Alliance system. Who knows how much they're making now? This is basically the Sea of Thieves equivalent of a paid boosting service that would get you banned in pretty much any other game. But according to Rare, it's just a niche thing that they don't have to worry about.
My perspective on it is that we watch it, we see how commonplace it is. I think if it ever reached a point where it became really widespread, I think for the health of the community we would step in. But it still feels like a very niche thing.
Anyway, back in 2020, I raided a lot of Alliance servers, to the point where the owners of the servers would have their members spam report me. Nothing ever came of it though. I never got any warning, temporary ban, or anything. One admin even claimed he would make it his hobby to get me banned from the game. So just to be safe, I made a support ticket to Rare explaining the situation and asking if what I was doing
not
was
to
wrong.
the Alliance servers. Fuck the Alliance servers.
So I figured I was
W behavior,
invading
new
the
face.
Alliance servers. I wasn't technically breaking any rules,
Wubba-da,
but
wubba-da,
nowadays
wubba-da.
we have realized that they just make up the rules along the way. One day,
Noob Face was banned.
Requiem decided to host a special Alliance server for their supporters where they were going to try and beat the world record for most amount of loot stacked on an island. This was the ultimate pay-to-win server and I had to invade it, so I paid for the supporter role just to make sure I could get in. Unfortunately, by the time the spot opened, it was too late because they already sold most of the loot. However, a few months later, I got the news that there was going to be another world record Alliance server, but this time it wasn't from one of the typical Alliance servers. It was a smaller Discord community run by a Sea of Thieves partner named White. As soon as I heard about this, I joined their Discord. While they were stacking loot, I went through the sidebar of the Discord, adding every single person with a linked Xbox account as a friend. Then I would message them something like, invite me or add me back. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be that easy to get into the server. So I had an idea. I looked for the first name I saw that had an L or an I in it, and I changed my Xbox username to match it, but swapping out the letters. Then, I once again tried messaging everyone, and finally one sent me an invite. I ended up getting locked in the brig right away, but 2 of the guys had been playing for 24 hours straight and just left the game because they didn't want to deal with it. Unfortunately for them, that allowed me to infiltrate the server, and the rest is history. Now, here's the thing. A few members of this alliance were live streaming, but they ended the stream before I started syncing them. So before my video released, nobody knew that they had lost all of their loot. They didn't want anyone to know about it. So one of them started threatening my friends, telling them to convince me to remove my video or they would get me and everyone I play with banned. Basically, they wanted to blackmail me into deleting any evidence of their fumble.
Is that? No, that's crud. Okay, Corvus.
Sure enough, I opened my game to see a Redbeard. My very first permanent ban from Sea of Thieves. When I went to the forums, the only thing I saw was, you have been banned for extreme toxicity. Now, I have no clue what could have been considered extremely toxic, so I made a ticket, and surprisingly, they responded and told me this. So I'm going to go over each point. Stream sniping. Like I said before, none of them were even live streaming while I was fighting them. I couldn't have gained any information to help me sync them if they were not live. Not that it would have mattered anyway, because as seen in the video, they were more focused on Red seeing the loot than fighting me. Which is funny, because a common complaint in the comments of that video was that I despawned the loot, when they were also trying to despawn the loot. And in the words of White himself, they didn't care about the loot anyway.
Yes! This was a server
Oh
alliance.
my
We didn't
god,
do
this is
for
retarded.
The loot as such, we did it for the number of loot, for the
Why? Why would you say this out loud? Why would you say you did it for the content if you cared about the loot afterwards? Oh my god, dude. Do you know how many times I could have gotten levels with that fucking amount? Do you know how much that's worth? Like, oh my god, I wanna punch this guy into a fucking ditch for saying that. I wanna punt him in a game. I want to sink his ship. I want to blow him up. I want to grief him. I want to fucking nuke him like I do want to nuke Tipster. We need to watch some Tipster content. We need to. Maybe I should float up like a fucking Tipster video, because Tipster's become one of my lolcow fixations. Oh my god, there is so much shit about that retard. I can say retard. I'm a fucking Aspie. I have fucking Asperger's syndrome. I can say that shit. So fuck you. I will say that over and over and over again. Just the same way Duck the Great Western Engine said he was Great Western, and everyone said, don't we know it?
content. I think we got a fair bit out of it.
Now for the second point, using fake accounts to infiltrate Discords and game invites. You know what? I'll just let Summit respond to this one.
You think I'm scared to comment that I went outside of the game into the Discord world to find out their server info? Motherfucker, you don't talk about how they get those servers going in the first place on Discord through harassment themselves. And then they sit on their servers where it's supposed to be a give and take experience. Pirates and that take and pirates that find. And it's a big circle of we need each other. But they sit in their circle jerk farms avoiding all aspects of fear just to get all the same stuff that you get, by the way. The gold farm, they get it way faster, way easier, without fear of anything. And that's not how the game should be played. And we thought like that, right? That's not how the game should be played. They took it to Discord. So we use streamer benefits a little bit to find out those Discords to infiltrate. Now, we infiltrated the Discord and the game, which I find to be one and the damn same, because if you're using it, I can, you feel me? And if you're fucking hiding on your island, I can find that island. And we fucking did. And you bet your ass we caused some shit, but we didn't verbally abuse anyone. The best case scenario was we steal an Athena and then we start crapping on the whole server. But the methods he was using split the community in half. No, I didn't. I was stopping some abusers from abusing the game. Okay?
Yeah.
That wasn't a community. It was a very...
Honestly, this is what I hate. This is what I hate. Why did Rare allow Alliance servers if they're paywalling them? Why are they allowing Alliance servers if they're getting paywalled? That's fucked. That's something that they should crack down on. It feels like what you could call poor moderation or selective moderation.
Niche little thing, you know what I mean? Some argued that the streamer was simply reintroducing PvP back into these servers through metagaming, while others were critical of the ways in which Summit uses audience influence outside the game to infiltrate these servers, comparing it to the unpopular practice of stream sniping. Well, it's funny how one is okay, alright, but somehow this one instance that I do it, it's not. You're telling me I've been getting stream sniped for 10 years, right? For me to do it on one video game back, and everybody, you're gonna bitch fit about that? Come on! Come on! I specifically hired motherfuckers. Okay, no money involved or anything. I got motherfuckers.
I have not watched Summit.
Speak on my Discord.
I'm not a Summit 1v fan, right? Let me make that clear. But like this guy has been consistent, and props to that. Props to them. Props to him for that. You know?
Getting into other discords, okay? And I thought it was fucking genius, okay? I don't see what the problem is. If they're doing it, I can do it. You feel me? It wasn't like anyone was getting doxxed. I was finding this motherfucker's address, and I rolled up into his window with some binoculars to find out when he was connecting to servers. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can steal an Athena chest. I didn't go above and beyond any more than they did to make the Alliance servers. So we went the same way to disrupt them. Dude, if you ask them about those times, oh, it was the worst time ever. Someone's the worst guy. It was awful. We hate him. If you ask me,
Pirate game,
man,
by
that
the
shit
way.
was
Pirate
so
game.
fucking fun. And I do.
This game is called Sea of Thieves. If they wanted a less PvP sounding title, they should have called it Sea of Sailors. No, they called it Sea of Thieves. They called it Be a Pirate. You guys can be a pirate. Yo ho! Sail the seven seas. Find treasure. Fight skeletons. Do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar har fiddlety dee.
Again!
If metagaming is bannable, then why is someone able to get away with it while I get a instant permaban? Then there's the final point. Deliberately targeting other players with the sole purpose of being toxic and abusive on your Noobface account. Now, first of all, I never targeted any specific player. I targeted the Alliance servers as a whole, which was never a problem before. And if it was a problem, why did I never receive any sort of warning or temporary ban before? Second of all, what did I do that is considered toxic and abusive? To this day, I have never got specifics. I even asked the guy who tried to blackmail me, and the only evidence he had of me being toxic was saying RIP 24 hours of work. Maybe they were mad that I sunk the loot, which once again, they did too, and that's part of the game. My guess is that this was just the straw that broke the camel's back after countless reports from Alliance members and other angry crews that we ran into that year. Which once again, I was worried about that happening, and that's why I contacted support beforehand. And I still don't get why I never got a temp ban or a warning before they decided to banish me forever. But the thing that confused me the most about this message was them saying on your Noobface account, because I've never had an account with Noobface in the name. Was someone else being toxic with Noobface in their name and I got blamed for it? Because it wouldn't be the first time that happened. Or maybe they were talking about my YouTube channel. Now, here's the funny thing about that. Before I got banned, I applied for the SAW Partner Program. 3 months after my ban, I got accepted into the partner program. They said, having seen the content you've created, we would love to have you join the ranks of the Sea of Thieves partners. So if my content was worthy of the Sea of Thieves partner program, why did I get banned for it? It seems that the higher-ups didn't even realize I was banned. But here's the thing about Rare. They are stubborn and they refuse to go back on a decision. So they ghosted me after that and kept me banned. I tried to appeal countless times only to get told the decision is final and then blocked from the support page. It has been 4 years since then.
They accepted this guy's partnership still, but banned him. What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm sorry, but like, seriously, that's retarded. That's so stupid. Oh my god.
And just like Theb, I continued to get banned over and over for ban evasion. But honestly, it never really mattered. Whether you're on a fresh account or your main account, you still have access to the same weapons as everyone else. As long as we were free to make content, it didn't matter that we kept getting banned. That is, until Theb's entire channel got taken down. But before we touch more on that, we've got a whole lot more to talk about.
Like, why would you play the game?
Skill down, no skill cutlass user. Okay, Strat.
Suck my fucking dick like your little sister did.
Shut up, you coward.
Suck my dick.
Whoa.
You're just a bunch of little wall-banging That's all it is.
Now, the person raging in that clip was LD Silver, a current Sea of Thieves partner. Now, you're probably thinking, who cares? That was 4 years ago. You know what else was 4 years ago? No, I'm not going to sit on my high horse and pretend like LD is a bad person.
Hey, you want to know what was 4 years ago?
The only point I'm trying to make here is that it's ridiculous that a SAW partner can get away with extreme toxicity scot-free, but players like Theb and myself are still suffering the consequences for some bullshit from 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Keep them alive. I want to slay these idiots now. Fuck the pirate code.
Hey, I stand behind that too. Sometimes you gotta throw the pirate code out the window. It doesn't mean I do it all the time.
How fucking long did you have to run for, huh? How many times you have to hit the wheel all the way left or all the way right, you fuck? Every time you hear a cannon shot, your fucking driver's like, hard
I was frustrated.
left, hard right. And I'm pissed about it, you blunderbussing piece of shit.
I think that's fine.
You fucks, man. Oh, I'm so triggered. Jesus, man, how fucking long do you want to run for to save your goddamn chicken?
Why are we acting like that's extreme toxicity? I'm just talking some shit while I'm slaying, dude. That's complete normal levels of toxicity on any other video game. Listen, guys, we can't all pretend we're Care Bears at every fucking step of the way. Stop acting like you haven't said anything bad in a video game and acting like we're the saints of the video game world. We all need to band together.
Oh my god. Every fucking person has said some bad shit. Right? Everyone has said some bad shit. The problem is, do you accept that people say bad shit and that you have said bad shit and that you shouldn't say bad shit anymore, but you shouldn't encourage people saying bad shit? No, you fucking ban them, apparently. Apparently.
Pirate game and be a good-ass community. Give me a fucking break, bro. That's the guy's job. He's supposed to say these things on the YouTube, all right? Not all of us are sitting there being good fucking sports about every little thing that happens in life, especially on a video games of pirates, man.
Now let's talk about spawn camping for a second. Like I said before, players have been banned for simply killing people in the pirate game too many times. Now honestly, if I hadn't been banned back in 2020, I probably would have been banned for spawn camping
Like
later.
there is actual instances of people killing someone too many times or like seeking them out, I think. But it's just like, at the same time, especially in this video, it talks about it, but it's just like, at the same time. I don't know, man.
Because when you run into people like this, how can you resist?
Fat whore. Your mom's a fat whore. Kill yourself, fucking. If your mom gets.
What?
Your mom's a whore. Your mom's a whore. Your mom's a whore. Fat fuck. Fuck yourself. Kill yourself. You fat fucking piece of shit. Go up your mom gets fucking.
Hey, do me a favor. Slit your wrist.
I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm gonna firebomb your fucking basements where you fucking troll ass hang out.
Hang yourselves, you stupid bro. None of you have sex at all.
You are so upset.
None of you have sex at all. This guy probably doesn't have sex either. I mean, I don't have it, but you don't see me saying this.
Literally drives to the Sahara. Shut the fuck up, you fucking get AIDS. Hope your mom dies of cancer.
I reported those last guys, and they only received a temporary ban, by the way. Whether you like it or not, spawn camping is part of the game, and it always has been. That's why there's an option to scuttle, and it even tells you when you're on the ferry that you can scuttle.
It's a big result of the freedom that we give players and how these mechanics work in our shared world. So our solution for launch was the scuttle mechanic.
Sometimes there's even strategy to it, like getting points back in the arena days or getting supplies before barrels would float up.
Yo, these guys got a lot of food, by the way. I've been sitting on this sloop for a while. You want me to anchor it? Dude, they have cooked fish. Yo, I gotta save this ship.
Alright, we gotta take care of this
We gotta farm these guys real quick, just real fast.
But even today, with the ship spawns being so screwed up, sometimes you gotta spawn camp someone so they don't come back for the 100th time. Anyone who knows how to shoot straight has done it before, but if you spawn camp the wrong person, you might get a ban for it. Unless you're a
Yeah, you would think, by the way, you would think they actually care about, like, putting you away from the person who killed you. I don't think the game does. I don't think the game does.
Give them an opportunity.
one shot.
Spawn camp.
Dude, that's ridiculous. Don't give him any more screen time, guys.
Now, spawn camping...
Dude, that's ridiculous. Don't give him any more screen time, guys.
To be fair, he is no longer a Sea of Thieves partner for many reasons, but anyone else who does this is at risk of a ban for simply prolonging a fight that can be ended at any time by scuttling. Yeah, I feel like the game should have been more obvious about scuttling. Like, I feel like the developers could have made that more obvious. Yeah, and it's ego.
Now, spawn camping isn't the only stupid reason people get banned. Let's look at a few others. Back in 2020, a player named Logic got banned because someone impersonated him and started cheating and being toxic. Rare was too incompetent to realize that it wasn't the same player, so they permanently banned him. He is still banned to this day, but the person cheating with a similar username is not. In the 4 years since then, the Sea of Thieves support team has not gotten any better, because just a couple weeks ago, this happened again to a player named Rui Holt. But don't worry, there's more. One of my friends got permanently banned for ban evasion when he had never been banned before and did not even have a second account. Luckily, he got unbanned later, but another one of my friends wasn't so lucky, because he got a temporary ban for toxicity without even realizing it, since he was never sent an email or anything. Then he logged into Insider to get his daily rewards, so they counted that as evading his ban and permanently banned him for ban evasion. When he tries to keep playing on new accounts, they ban those too. He's a super active player who has reached double gold curse on 2 different accounts, and he's permanently banished from the game for literally nothing. And this is just one bullshit ban on a long list of many. Back in 2022, Rare infiltrated a Discord server owned by a guy who ended up becoming pretty notorious in the SAW community, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, he's a banned player, and Rare didn't like him very much. But he also owned a Discord server with over 1,000 members in it that people used to organize TDMs. One day, a ton of people from this Discord server got permanently banned from Sea of Thieves. When they asked why, they were told it was because they were associated with the owner of the Discord. Some of them didn't even play with the guy, they were just in his Discord like everyone else to play in TDMs, and they got banned for nothing. Now, some of them got banned for arguably legitimate reasons because they said some offensive things in the Discord. Now, obviously that's bad, but it was outside of the game and outside of any Discord server owned by Rare. Yet they got banned from Sea of Thieves for it. Whether or not Rare should ban people for things said outside of the game, I'll let you decide, but I want you to keep that in mind. Rare's support page is pretty much just a decoration at this point because they aren't helpful in the slightest. Countless other people have been banned for toxicity with no real reasons or examples given, because according to Rare, their decision is final and they don't have to tell you anything. They pretty much just do whatever they want, including threatening a kid with his mother's full name because they were annoyed that he was making too many tickets.
That's messed up.
I'm not going to go into full detail on
Rare
the entire
when a 15-year-old is upset about someone in a game versus Rare when an adult is upset about someone in a game. Like, goddamn, dude. Like, they fucking threaten kids with parents' names. Like, get the cops, bro. Get the cops. Not the cops, but like, isn't that should be like reported to like the police at least. Like you would think like I think doxing should be illegal. I don't know. I think maybe not illegal, but like immorally illegal.
Because there's just so much to it, and it would need a video of its own.
It should be like doxing a minor.
Of many things, and
doxing a minor is bad.
A live stream to address them, and he was getting a bit angry at his chat in the process.
I did answer it. Maybe open up your ears, you fucking retard. Fucking brain dead retard. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Now, remember what I said earlier about people getting banned for things they said outside of the game. According to a precedent set by Rare, this alone could get a normal person banned. But it doesn't end there.
Did you have sexual relations with a 16-year-old? Yes or no? Simple. No. How many times do I have to fucking say it? No. Not true. False. Show proof. It was this girl here. She was, again, 17 at the time, and I was 22 when I had a sexual relationship with her.
Now, I've seen people
5
defend
years.
this for whatever reason,
It's
but
over.
let me just remind you that this is just what he was...
5-year fucking difference. Like he said, I'm not having sexual relations. I did not have sexual relations with that minor. Anyway, I had sexual relations with that minor.
willing to admit, which, if he's telling the truth, this is a crime in his state. It's been like 5 months since this live stream, and at the time of recording this, he is still a Sea of Thieves partner. Cheating has been a problem in Sea of Thieves for a very long time, but most people didn't really care to develop cheats on this game because it wasn't very competitive. That is, until Hourglass came out. That's when the cheating epidemic really started. For over 5 years, Sea of Thieves had no anti-cheat at all. Finally, they added one, but a few months later, and we're back to where we started because they found a way around it. Cheaters have made Hourglass completely unplayable on some days. They can do all sorts of things like teleport kegs to your boat or go completely invisible and sword you to death. Some of these cheaters have even live streamed themselves
like a limited time thing
on the front page of the Sea of Thieves section for hours at a time, going on massive streaks and terrorizing the servers. Their channels didn't get taken down until it was too late and hundreds of boats had already been sunk by them. Some of these cheaters even managed to climb to the very top of the emissary leaderboards and did not get banned until much later. Meanwhile, they can ban Theb 3 times in one stream for simply existing. In one of these streams, Theb was fighting the same cheater who has stream sniped and harassed him on multiple occasions. While he was fighting him, they banned Theb, but not the cheater.
Who's illuminating?
Oh, he's like fucking flying or something.
I'm just slow clapping this entire clip.
Oh wait, they actually subbed the new account and stopped Colonel B4.
Oh yeah, that guy was in my chat before.
Oh.
He was telling me that Athenaware full doesn't work, only Athenaware light.
Did Rand seriously just do that?
Did you just get banned?
Are you serious, Rand?
Dude, it's literally...
Look at yourselves.
I'm gonna continue the
same
slow
thing as
clap
last
for
year.
this
They spend
entire
more time
clip.
banning
There is no
cheaters.
way.
That's so good.
I'm literally
this
fighting
company.
just blatant cheaters and saying their
love
names,
this
and yet
company.
you ban me. You know how fucking stupid this makes you look?
Remember earlier when I said that the original ban wave was just for damage control and they didn't actually care about their content
Like,
creators getting harassed?
goddamn.
Well, Theb has been relentlessly targeted by cheaters for years. Who have not only
Goddamn.
stream sniped him, but they've doxed him and spammed his information in-game. One of these freaks even sent Theb a video of him holding an iPad with his entire dox on it, and then he started rubbing his feet on the iPad. I shit you not. Now, this doesn't just happen to Theb. There's another streamer called Gecko Guild who has been the target of non-stop harassment from these same types of
They had
players.
his docs? Nah, that's gross.
They tried to get help from Rare to make it stop, but they had no luck. Rare likes to ignore players. They try to...
Ain't no way Rare devs progress after. Oh my god.
They get help from Rare to make it stop,
Fuck
but they
this
had no
game,
luck.
bro.
Rare likes to ignore problems until they reach the mainstream. Then they do damage control instead of just preventing the
I
problem
used
from
to
happening
like
in the
this
first
game.
place.
Fuck it.
Theb made a YouTube video out of his VOD from fighting the cheater, exposing Rare for their petty vendetta against him. So
As he
they
would,
decided to
as he
take it
should.
10 steps further, and
As you would and should in that situation, by the way. Like, anyone would do that shit. Anyone. Don't matter what your race or gender is. Anyone would do that.
copyright strike 12 of his videos, which led to his entire YouTube channel being permanently deleted. And now, here we are. There are tons of videos on YouTube of people full-on cheating in this game, yet they decided that Theb's channel needed to go first, when he has probably brought more people to Sea of Thieves than most of the SAW partners combined. Now, this whole situation got a lot of
Microsoft moment. Microsoft moment.
attention on Twitter, and any Sea of Thieves related post would have a ton of replies of people calling out Rare and showing support for Theb. So instead of addressing the situation, replies of people calling out Rare and showing
the LGBT Rare logo. Oh my god.
Showing support for Theb.
Free cheats? Discord. Just showing the Pride Month logo on their Discord. Oh my god, that is what a horrible time to do things around. You should have thought better. Torbeck thinks you should. I'm sorry, I've been watching a bit of the Legends of Evantra stuff. I like Torbeck's voice. Torbeck
So instead of
thinks
addressing
you
the
should have
situation,
done better. Oh man, it's awful. Like, I'm not even.
Replies, this
I'm
whole
not
situation
speaking
calling out
against
Rare and
Pride,
showing
by the way.
support for
I
Ted.
am a
So in-
full like I'm a bi guy. Like, I'm probably bisexual or ace right now. Like, realistically, I'm probably ace because I don't know what I'm looking for. But like, I'm probably a bisexual. I don't fucking know. But like, oh my god, you did not think this through. You did not think this through, girl!
Instead of addressing the situation, they doubled down and mass blocked hundreds of people on the same day. They didn't just block us from one account though, they blocked us from every Rare related account and even the accounts of community managers. There's a good chance they just used a bot to do this. So that's why I'm making this video. They can't ignore us forever. There's a chance Rare comes after my channel next after this video, so this could potentially be my last. Although I will fight it in court until I go bankrupt before I let this shady ass company take away a hobby I've had for most of my life.
Fair fight. I think this is fair use. I don't fucking care. This video, in my opinion, is fair use. Like, this is important to the public. This is important information to the public that has now been collected and put in one place. I am on full fucking side of this. I think everyone should boycott Sea of Thieves. Not because it's a bad game, because it isn't a bad game. It's a decent game. But the problem is Rare is making it a worse game by their moderation. Simply by their moderation. We're out of logs, so we need to do another log run. I need to purchase some flat cars anyway, so I might get around to that eventually. But that was all the videos I had. I'll update the description to have this Theb video, Rare versus Theb situation. But that's really all I had going in terms of content for the stream. But yeah, I'm just frustrated by that. I am simply frustrated that, you know, that's how that turned out. I don't care, you know, my opinion on I think it doesn't matter how long away I've been from the game. I don't think it matters. Any of that matters. What matters here is Rare is openly enabling cheaters, alliance servers, pay-to-win behavior, harassment of their own choosing. While my cat is talking to me again. Let me pick her up. Because she is a sassy lady, aren't you? I'm sure you heard that. I don't know. She's being a fussy lady. She probably wants food or something, but yeah, I don't really have any other videos for the stream. I'll do one more iron trip and then I'll call it. Let me see what this cat wants. Let me see what my cat wants. And I'll return. So we've finished watching the videos, so I'm going to again be right back, like I said, and I'll again end the stream once I get to the iron mine, but you can hear her, I'm sure. She's picking up on the mic, looks like. I'm back. But yeah, no, I used to love Sea of Thieves. I played it, I got it around like a month after launch, I remember. Because I wanted to play that game, but I didn't really have anyone to play with, so I played solo sloop, and that was a slow and arduous time. And then I found out I could just randomly queue with people, and that was more productive. And I met a few people that way, and long story short, yeah, there's something to be said about Sea of Thieves, but it's just like eventually I had friends to play it as well, who wanted to play it as well, but honestly, it's not good. The game looks like it hasn't changed that much. It just feels more toxic. Honestly, it feels like we have a problem of toxic players and toxic devs. Not toxic players, good developers. Or at least toxic moderation from the developers. Like, I don't know how to properly word it, but I think that for Sea of Thieves, if you are upset by this like I am, yeah, like, don't play the game. If you don't care what I think, keep playing the game. I can't stop you. I can't just say, no, you can't play the game. That's not right. That's illegal. You're not allowed to play a game I can't stop people from playing fucking Fortnite, even though I don't like Fortnite Battle Royale, because the Battle Royale replaced the original Save the World, which was a PvE, tower defense that I was really fond of. And I felt that, people were overshadowing it, because I felt that the Battle Royale was overshadowing it with kitty crap. And it turned Fortnite into a less focused game, although I don't agree with that opinion now. And I need to say that. I actually highly disagree with that opinion. And that's just because I don't care. I stopped caring. That's what happened. Because I realized that opinion was more or less brought on by envy and jealousy, because Save the World really got shafted by the developers, and I was taking it out on the fans when I should have been more upset at the developers over that. At least in my mind, I wasn't taking it out on actual fans and developers and shit. But, like, I wouldn't, when I say take it out on them, I mean, like, in terms of frustration, in terms of, hey, I'm upset about this. I wish Save the World got more stuff. More support, I suppose. But then again, I don't like Epic because I don't like Tim Sweeney's attitude about the Epic Games Store. And I didn't like the Epic Games Store in general, if I was honest, because it was buying up a lot of exclusives. And when it bought up Metro Exodus, that was really what set me off initially. That was really like the foot in the door for the problems. I still waited over a year until I get it on Steam, so I don't care. I did the same with Crime Boss. But, Crime Boss Rocket City really turned out good. I thought it would be bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad game. It's actually a good one. Maybe if I stream some more, I'll stream Payday 3 and Crime Boss Rocket City. I don't know. I'll stream both. I play both sides. What do you mean I can't have my hand in both? What do you mean I can't eat both pies at once? What do you mean I can't have both pies for dinner? I want both pies. I want the ice cream flavors mixed up. But, yeah, I built this whole railroad. I'm just gonna start rambling about my save here. I built this whole thing. Most of it I built first. Like, I built the actual line first and where all the industries would be. Like, I didn't change most of them, like the dredge, meatpacking plant, like this section of the map I have not changed, I think. Up here I changed it. Up here's where I changed things. Like, I moved the coal mine, I moved the oil fields. I might move the oil field again, actually. I might move it, like, somewhere. I might move it somewhere different because I want an interesting... I don't know. I initially set up, like, this area to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be the oil fields. You know, yeah, that's where the oil field's going to be. Sure. But yeah, no, I might move it. I already set up a lot of the track work here, but I might move it because I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know. It's like, it's something about maybe the move, the track reconfiguring that I would have to do maybe, but it's just something about it. Because I already built the infrastructure up here, but I don't know, I'm not comfortable with it. I'm just not comfortable with it, I suppose. But, yeah. And then as for the locomotives, I really wanted to call this one, I couldn't think of a name at the time, but now I'm looking back and I'm like, I want to call this one Clover or something because it's green. It's a green locomotive. And also Clover Undertale Yellow or something, but really I just wanted to call it Clover because it's green. But, I don't know. Like, I've followed Railroads Online since 2021, like, I've been basically following the game since the $2 trees were, $2 tree cutting was a thing. When Pine Valley was the only map, and before, before they replaced some guy's models because he turned out to be a asshole to another person who was on the team at the time. or promoting the harassment of someone who was on the team at the time, I guess. Let's see, what else? I mean, and then the car explosion after, and then they use like a cheap excuse to keep the cook mogul that's wood-fired in game. Like this ugly thing, this ugly bastard. They use the ugly excuse that they can keep this in game because, oh, some cooks might have been fired with wood. I need to see proof. Show me proof. Where is proof? Show me proof. But yeah, and then they build this one, and it's like, you can tell that this isn't even a cook. This is like, this got Baldwin domes, apparently. Like, the domes on this are differently done, and they're incorrect. But, I don't know. I'm not a trained person. That's neither here nor there. But I just care because the cook is the New Jersey locomotive. It's Patterson. It's Patterson built. Cooks are all Patterson built. So I kind of have to care about stuff that's built in my state. You know. I don't like that Keystone State over there. And that Empire State's even worse. Actually, no, the Keystone State's not that bad, but the Empire State, fuck the Empire State, bro. Fuck New York. I have a dislike towards New York. I filled up a lot when I used to work, where I used to work. Rather. Yeah, when I used to work, yeah, because I have been unemployed for years, but when I used to work, where I used to work, I used to fill up a lot of New Yorkers' tanks. Like, New York and Massachusetts, 100% you're gonna get an asshole. 100%. It's a 99. Maybe not 100% actually, sorry. I shouldn't say 100%. 90, 80%, maybe 50. 50-50 you're gonna get an asshole. 50-50 you're gonna get a decent person. Because there's probably some decent there's some decent New Yorkers out there. But it's like, so few. Oh my god. You got even worse Jersey drivers, truth be told. But that's just because it's the state I live in. Of course there's going to be a lot of Jersey drivers. Most people commute within the state, I'm pretty sure. So... like, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. That's just how it is. Most people commute within their own state. But, yeah, there were a lot of assholes. It just makes me happy to no longer be a pump attendant, you know? Like, you're putting up with people at their worst. Like, you wanna know how bad people are? You wanna see the worst fucking people possible? You wanna see your average everyday person being a complete shithead? Go work at a gas station. Go work as a pump attendant. Go work any retail or human service job. And you will find a high likelihood you're going to put up with someone who's a dickhead. Especially for, you know, things like gas. Like, where people are like, oh man, I have to pull over to the gas station, I have to get gas. Like you're already feeling like shit, and then you take it out on people unintentionally will take it out on the attendant. And I mean, the attendant takes it back out sometimes, but that depends. That varies. Like, you gotta understand, and especially for night shift where it's like only you working there. Imagine the pettiness someone must have if you put the gas cap somewhere, like, let's say not on the pump, but on your car, on their car. Like, if they put the cap to their gas pipe, their gas tank on their car, which, like, more times than not, like, that's, like, assuming you do that correctly, that's not really gonna hurt them in the long run. Like, you'd have to do it a lot of times. Like, you'd have to take it out and have gasoline or diesel or whatever still on the cap for it to really have an effect. But you know, fuck me if I was doing an all-nighter, I guess. You know, 1-star review from a customer, 2-star review from a customer. Gonna take my fucking picture, put me on the fucking page. Alright. But yeah, no, yeah, I guess I could tell those stories another time. We started the stream at the Ironworks. Or not the Ironworks, the Iron Mine. We filled it up. Look at that. It's what I planned to do, what I hoped to do. And we've achieved that. Hopefully, maybe if I can, maybe I'll capture some bug footage. I don't know. There's a bug in the game right now. There's a glitch that used to be in the game that they said they fixed, that returned, which apparently industries will fill up their resources. They'll stock their cargo or resource, and you can apparently lose product. You can waste product that way. Like, the biggest offender, I think, is the sawmill. But I feel like the sawmill is egregious. I think there's more egregious reasons as to why, you know, that's a problem. But realistically, what's supposed to happen is the product isn't supposed to produce if there isn't, you know, space for it. But you can find this, I guess you can test this in the current builds, where you can find out that, oh, that doesn't apply to, like, the iron smelter or the ironworks or the guy. Apparently a player had that problem with the ironworks. Let me go over here and put a sign down, actually, for the time being. Because I'm gonna intentionally limit iron. Just for my future. Oh, that's too close together. Yeah, let me show in the oil fields what we're working with here. Like you can see, there's like a whole. I guess I've set this up already. Like I could run this through, but I'm gonna call it here. Maybe I'll do a building stream or something for Railroads Online. I don't know. Realistically, I'm just waiting until I get more train games. There's another train game that I've been following that some people know about that's been mentioned in tandem with this game. I will not mention it because I am going to end the stream now. Thank you to anyone who has viewed this stream. You can watch the VOD afterwards. I recommend you do because there was some interesting information in this. We stopped watching the videos a while ago. Sorry. But, yeah. See you around, maybe for another stream. Depends on if I